All right, welcome in everybody. We're back with some more 6 Ages. We are starving to death, so we have that going for us, but Elmal is proud of us, and that's what really matters. That's what really matters. We have a lot of problems. We are less than a season of food. I barely have ever even got to 2 seasons, and that even isn't enough. We also are desperately low on people. We have a whole bunch of people who are sick, but we've also just had a bajillion people die. Ouch. Big ouch. We don't have enough cattle. This needs to be somewhere in the neighborhood probably of 700, but we've had to kill cattle a couple times to feed ourselves so we don't completely starve to death. We've tried buying food and the prices are exorbitant and we don't even get like anything back. We have been running our hunting. We have been running our Rudel as hard as we can, trying to get some food. We need to get this up and running again. We do have our spirits back, so we can hopefully, where is it? Maybe we even run Hare this time around so we can maybe do some sneaking. Hare in here to do fishing. Last Gas helps us in the direst of times. This is a new spirit that we got. Well, hey, we are in the direst of times. I'll say that. Yeah, we'll see there. Maybe we should also run Trade Wind before we go try to do some selling. But our goods aren't good either. So that's also a concern. We need about 55 goods a year to be able to keep our temples up and running. And yeah, I'm kind of worried we're going to get so low on pop that we're going to lose temples. It's not good. It's not good. Now, on the bright side, we have done one good thing. We did have non-take, whatever that chaos god was. We ambushed him and we defeated him. So we have done one good thing. We also know supposedly one of our regalia is in the north. Maybe at the old battlefield, but I don't know where the old battlefield is. We have some ruins over here. There's a nameless earth god. We've been to the mountains. We met some goat people. We met some northerners. We fought off some slavers. We met the southerners. So lots of people roaming around our valley, but no good hints on where we can find our regalia. And we really need it. We really need it. We've also had 2 different artifacts get stolen by the dwarves. Luckily now we have made peace with them, but I'm feeling our Redalda's bell loss quite strongly. Quite strongly. We also have never successfully done a cattle raid or a raid. We have won a battle or 2, but we have basically been nothing but on the losers train. We really do need to do a raid. People are looking down on us. I have literally no idea what we're going to do with that though. I don't know. We also have a blessing against rats. So there you go. We have that going for us. Let me check in on chat here. Hey, Matthew. Hey, Designated, is this the usual stream start? I thought the stream was canceled? Nope, this is the normal time. I'm usually a little bit better about having things posted ahead of time, but yeah, my bad. It's my busiest season at work. I know that's not an excuse, but that's my reason. I have literally 0 time. Hey, Owen, good to see you, man. How you doing? Was just watching the last episode. Do you plan on playing King and Dragon Pass? I probably will at some point. I have never beaten the full victory of that. It's hard, but it can't be harder than this, frankly. We are doing so horribly in this playthrough. Hey, Droog, how's it going? We do have some favors. But even getting the favors paid back doesn't seem to give us that much food. Our king's looking pretty old. I do not know. He is 59. I mean, he could live up to like 90s. He does have an heir, so does Reda, so we have that going for us. We have a superstar shaman who's getting pretty old. We have a superstar warrior who's getting pretty old. We have a decent trader. I mean, she's getting there. She's not too bad. Saradin's a really good advisor. Hanth is a super good hunter. So we have some good people here, but a lot of them are really self-centered. And part of the problem is they're not supporting the king. We really, really need to get some regalia. I have a feeling that that's going to really ease things out. And then we'll have more of external problems than internal. A house divided cannot stand, as it were. We are in early season. We do have good exploring. We have 2 different things for exploring. So I definitely need to do some of that. I don't dare send anybody out while we're in planting season. So we're definitely not going to do that. I do see that we could get our heron up. We also need to get our rootle up. I also would like to get calf blessing up. So I absolutely hate that I'm not able to build shrines like I have in other games, because every one of these is one turn, right? Every year only gets you, what, 10 turns? Something like that? Not very many turns. We're spending like 30% of our turns just getting things up, and we're having to pay for them, which I frankly can't do right now. So that's a little bit of an oof. We do have a venture that we could start. So that could be something. Honestly, it's probably going to be foraging, if I'm being honest. Other things, I am curious. We go to ritual. Yeah, none of these are food rituals. I was thinking about that maybe we could do something. Yeah, we did our summons of Nontreya. That was the chaos god that we ambushed. Helps fight undead. Women take up arms. I mean, those are fine, but that's not going to keep us fed. And that's what I'm worried about. I'm very worried about that. I wouldn't trust a young shaman. Well, she used to be young. That's a rough-looking 59. Dude, we're in the Bronze Age. He's amazing. He's amazing. I don't know what you're talking about. Yeah, remember, we've been eating rocks, and people have been making fun of us for it. We have a lot of swords. We could try raiding. Do a big one? I mean, we might. We might. Yeah, I don't know, man. That's been really rough. Okay, I do want to do a lot of exploration. I do want to try to do a raid. We need to win a raid. Just one would take some diplomatic pressure off of us. Like, really would help. I don't think I can afford to do sacrifices right now. We could, maybe we go get our spirit stuff up and running. I could use the healing really badly, and getting some people healed before we're done sowing would mean we could sow some more food. So let's go do a bargain. We're going to ask for curing, and we're going to try to persuade. We're also out of magic. That's been another perennial problem here. 68 people are sick. We had like 100. We managed to do some healing, and we kind of think that maybe Orlanth isn't dead, which would be a huge boon. If my temples that I'm paying for that we're getting nothing out of came back online, oh baby, we're back in it. What is exploration giving us? Not much, but we had an auspicious to do it, and we put magic into it. We also know that one of our regalia is somewhere up north. Now's the time to look for it. Now's the time. But I can't send them away during this season, so let's bargain. I mean, 10 is 10, right? Our situation's getting desperate. Yeah, it sure is, buddy. It sure is. Merchants of the Teskangi clan inform you that they are closing their trade agreement with you. Trade is dead, they say. As dead as the patron god Isaris. Roads are vanishing. Caravans disappear. What is there to trade? If you can't eat, it's not worth trading for. And if you can't eat it, why would you trade it away? Oh man, that is not good. That is not good. Isari said, give me a cloud worth 1 ounce of silver and I'll bring you back a bowl worth 2. Great saying. How does that help me? We ought to be self-sufficient anyways. Our Isari temple faded after his death, but there's still magic in it. As the world gets small, we must do something big. Our sacrificed time rituals won't help, but we must keep the trade routes open. A lost ring still gleams in memory. The right to give up. Man, I mean, we do still have the temple. Maybe we could coax some lingering trade magic out of it. Maybe that would let them keep it. If we lose that, we're going to lose our goods production. And I believe we do get some food for having those up and running. I'm going to try it. Coax the trade magic from your fading Isari temple. All right. Never said I was clever. Our temple to Isaris, we heard faint jingle and clanking rings. Dresta said it would grant good trade omens throughout the region. The Kestagi saw these signs and agreed to keep the route open. Hey, we gotta buy the most delicious rocks. We ran out of food and people are starving. 2 people died of hunger, 15 children died. We should send out a foraging party. I agree. I agree. Okay, late sea season. Heron. I'm gonna try to persuade him for fish. Bargain, persuade for fishing. The spirit showed our fishers where to go. Okay, good. We're gonna hope for the best. I literally don't really have another option there. I don't even have the goods that we're gonna be able to keep sacrificing. Another delegation of wheels from outside the valley arrives, accompanied by mistreated slaves. To repeat an offer you have heard before, they want you to give them 10 people to be consigned to bondage. They also want the Beren king to fly their banner on top of his citadel. This gesture will show your support for order and the capacity to command. In exchange, Ompalam will bless you with an immediate gift of 75 cows, more than you currently possess. Each year you continue to fly the banner, more goods will appear unbidden in your storehouses. We are a very proud people. We would probably rather starve to death. How goes the regalia hunt? We're starving to death. That's how this is going. They desire this because I am a king. Imagine drawing lots of which of our young the strong must take the shackle. They would not dare come here without powerful defensive magic. I wouldn't be so quick to attack them. The world falls apart and people grow desperate. Sinister religions spread. Since they worship a god of order, we can at least trust them to hold up their end of the deal. They lie. Ompalam does not stave off chaos. He is chaos. We must do what we must, but cast people into slavery? Never. Yeah, I kind of agree. I don't think we can attack them, but I do think we can tell them to be gone. Then again, if we attack them and win, maybe we could free some people. We are losing so much population. I'm honestly thinking we may just die. Did anyone suggest that? Okay. Desarius says that. She says don't be quick to attack them. He's okay with that too. We did build an Urok's temple. And we have been on a little bit of a roll with the gods. We're not forsaken yet. Down, but not forsaken. I don't actually know if Ompalam is actually a chaos god. I'm going to assume that he is because they have said that he is. I don't know that, though. You know what? We are ride and die with the gods. Ride or die. Let's do it. We're gonna do 10 goods. I'm so gonna regret this later. The bull grunters stomped and huffed. They said the storm bull had brutally gored the forces of chaos. It would be harder for them to act against us. Okay, I mean, we succeeded, but I didn't get any immediate benefits. So that's a little bit of an ouch. Okay, we do have one thing we can do here. We could send somebody out to go look for food. So if we do an explore and we do a forage. Forage works better where you're not next to another tribe. So what if we went foraging, I don't know, like at the edge of the woods? That seems like that might have some food. Oh, it's too far away. Okay. All right, well, maybe we go up here. And we're gonna spend Hanth. And I'm gonna go light on the swords because we are probably gonna do a raid as our second action here. 3 and 6, maybe. What are the black spots? I'm not 100% certain, but I think that's where the world has ceased to exist. We had an allied clan that was right here that no longer exists. They got snuffed out. The world is literally unraveling around us. No, we are right here as the builders. So, yeah, this is going well. Our food situation is great. We could ask for the Rudal blessing. I have to hope for the best. I can't keep slaughtering the cattle. That's just self-defeating. In dawn's dim light, your herders make an alarming discovery. Overnight, a stone statue depicting a goat-headed figure sprung up from the drying soil of your pasture land. Saradin identifies it as Ragnalar, chaos god of malignant growth. We could labor to smash it. We could grab it. You know what? Ride or die. Urox, let's do this, my friend. Let's see what they have to say, though. If we leave it in place, our herds will suffer. We do not want to be caught hiding this in another clan's land. It beckons chaos. Bellow to Urox, the Storm Bull. We have not overtaxed our labors with other adventures, so we can detail them to break it. Ragnalar, leader of the unholy trio, spawned the horrific bruise. It stinks of foulness, and he's not here. Yeah, no kidding, Desi. It said harder, not that it wouldn't happen. We may also have kind of like an advantage in the roll, but you know what? We're ride and die with these gods. Call on Urox. I don't want to lose a temple. Losing a temple is going to be horrific, but losing cattle also is horrific. So I think we're going to do goods. Do you want to do a stronger right? Yes. Plus mood. A hot wind came from the south to encircle the statue. It turned into sand and blew away. Our people shuddered with relief. Okay, next. Raid. Who are we going to raid? We have been absolutely getting our faces smashed in. These guys have been fighting with us. I think we just went and we lost a fight against the White Fox. Who else has been hitting me? The Ortagan have been hitting me. They are a wheel, so they're not a terrible one maybe to hit. The Nar Onan have also been hitting me. They're a little closer, so there's less chance that other people will warn them that I'm coming. All the wheelers are wheeling up on you? Yeah, they are totally riding up on us. All right. I think that's going to be it. Okay, so, hang on. This is going to be the Nar Onan is who I want to attack. We are going to do an actual raid against the Nar Onan. We're sending all of our swords, we're sending all of our bows, and we're going to call on our one alliance. Oh, Blasterbot with a little bit of mana from heaven. Sent 20 gifted memberships. Thank you a ton, Blasterbot. I always appreciate your support. Thank you, thank you. All right, incoming pain. Congratulations to the recipients of those gifted memberships. Congratulations to Masango, Sergeant Flintlock. Hey, Sergeant, good to see you, man. Vivicus Haas, Dan, Big Sixer, Lord Scorch, and then my chat jumped. End, Nah, Tron Comfer, Ditchwalker, Furlocifer Fox. Hey man, how's it going? Jaimism, Pixel, Winter, Anthill, D Trains, Ini Ahmad, Radu, Bob the Void Dragon. Hey Bob. Shiva Dashin Gaming. Oh my gosh, I'm pretty proud of myself. That wasn't horrific. I'll pat myself on the shoulder for that. Thank you guys for having pronounceable names. I appreciate that. Thank you again, Blaster. I hope you're enjoying the series, man. Call in favors, can't you do that? Maybe, but they don't have any food either. That's the problem. Like, even if they pay us off, they're gonna give us like half as much as they owe us. I think YouTube actually hates me. If you've never received a gift membership, make sure that you have it turned on to accept them. People always try to tell me that that's not a thing. Bruh literally told me that for a year. The second he turned on gifted memberships, he got a gifted membership. So make sure you have that setting turned on. I think Shinosuke on my Discord did a little tutorial if you can't find that. So just search that up. Do you really think spearheading looking for the regalia that things might be different? Yes, I do. You're getting better at names? Well, thank you, Andrew. I'll take the compliments where I can get them. Can't you call the clans for a raid via a favor? Not under normal situations, I don't think. Alliances are what you need for that, usually. Sometimes you get events. I've got mine on. I've still never gotten one. Some of us are lucky. It could be that too. All right, let's go lose a raid. Hate +1. Well, you know what? Maybe you guys should stop raiding me. The Kuranduri sent 10 warriors. The Naronani did not spot us in time. Our 13 swords and 112 bows were facing 3 charioteers and 56 footmen. Karina was pleased that we outnumbered them. Still, winning is never a sure thing. Karina commented that the Naronani feared us and might avoid riskier tactics. All right, we are going for plunder. Okay, almost always it's a really good play to reserve 1 and 7, especially if you already have numbers advantage. They advanced, we held back part of ours. All right, so if they're not, if they're not gonna take risks, we could probably take some risks. Let's take advantage for an opportunity for plunder. One of our auxiliary spots a herd of cattle that's wandered near the battlefield. We're gonna secure the plunder while we have a chance. We're desperate. 10 herds. Oh my gosh, this is already worth it. Secure the plunder while we have the chance. All right, let's fight. Let's press the attack. Very nice. When we push to their fortifications, we win. So if we win the next one, we've got this. They seemed more interested in protecting their chariots than winning the battle, and we gained an advantage. We gained the upper hand. Karina said that only the gods could say for sure, but our combat ability seemed better than theirs. Let's commit our reserves. They tried to hold the ground, but we pressed them hard. It was soon over. It was a brief but bloody battle. Their magic was stronger than ours, but in the end, it did not matter. We drove the Naronani from the battlefield and were able to plunder their lands. Our share of the plunder was 28 cows and 1 horse, so we ended up with 38 cows. That's not bad. We took enough to feed the clan for less than a season. See, this is the problem. Nobody has food. But hey, that still pays for itself. We seized a treasure, the Marten Skull. With the careful attentions, our auxiliary kept 1 warrior from dying and healed 2 of the wounded. Hey, nice. Very nice. But unfortunately, now they hate us. So we are liked 3, hated 3, and feared 1. Maybe they'll leave us alone now. Maybe they'll leave us alone now. So if we look at wealth, we're still at less than a season. I really need to be careful that we don't run out of goods. It's Earth season. I need to send some people out exploring though. So we're gonna do that. We have 1 person out doing some gathering. I'm hoping for good things. We're gonna do an explore. I guess we're just heading north. It's really auspicious, so let's just get a bunch of mapped. And Delmara, I kind of do want to try to send her to call in some favors, so maybe we don't use her. You're my next in combat. You're good at magic and you're good at combat. All right, and Nori, I guess it's now your time to shine because these are all council members. I really don't want them to be gone. Okay, we're still in early Earth season. Oh, wait. Okay, hang on. I almost accidentally sent bows. I don't want to do that. 5 swords can go with you. Searching for food up north, Hanth spots what must be a nest high up a cliff. Based on its size, the nest builder must be larger than a horse. The foragers agree on 2 things. There are probably very large eggs up there, and that the climb would be dangerous. What does Hanth do? I mean, Hanth is a serious man who's good at what he does. He's gonna do it himself. Although he nearly lost his nerve near the top, Hanth made it to the nest full of colossal eggs. It was delicate business lowering them to the ground, but it earned the clan over 2 seasons worth of food. Hanth, I forgive you for the centipede incident. Literally a clutch. That's a bird pun, Gray. Minus mood, plus 27 sick. Perfect. Nothing good can ever happen to the builders. Illness has swept through the clan. 1 in 10 has fallen prey to sickness that causes delirium, purple skin, and agonizing pain. Lore speakers say this disease has grown stronger as chaos tightens its grip on the world. Some people say that propagating Malia, goddess of pestilence, would persuade her to free us from the disease. Others call this idea a fool's bargain at best, and a terrible crime at worst. Fortunately, you have a healing spirit which is sworn to help. Yeah, never, ever. This is like making a deal with Papa Nurgle. You never do it. You never do it. There was no good outcome. What is the skull? I can't get to that screen yet to see. Have I been able to do anything with the air yet? Nope. Nope. It should tell us when they come of age, I think. Although don't quote me on that. Chuck Norsing out there. Chuck Hanth. Hey, David, how's it going? Okay, so, I think we're gonna do the spirits. The gods have been okay, but we've really been taxing them, and the spirits are pretty chill. Plus we have like super shaman. Let's call in our healing spirit. And we are gonna tax our bonds. Minus 27 sick plus some mood. Healing spirits came and with the aid of our sworn spirit drove off the sindlings of Malia. Dresta had saved us. Dresta, common W. Okay, what are we in? Late Earth season. I need to do some more exploring. I don't want to give up on that yet. Maybe we even send some more people out for food. I barely have enough to maintain our temple, so I can't really do a sacrifice. We actually have some food. We have some food. Martin Skull. Painted Skull rewards you when you win a raid by fighting fiercely. Okay, so if we win via cautious or fierce, we actually get some bonuses. We also have the Chipmunk Totem. Increases the yield of foraging ventures. Maybe we need to get that up and running. It's not the best time of year. We also could do the magic one. Did the king have kids? Yes, he did. He had a in air. Look at that. We're sub 300 able-bodied adults. That's terrible. No, Owen, I totally forgot about that. Did you finish that? No, I totally forgot about that. You're welcome to repost it so it can be back towards my my thought process. Do an at babble for me, so I don't lose it. Okay. This is very worrisome. I don't have a good solution for it though. We also need to do some ventures. We don't have to do them now. I would rather do the ventures when it's harder to travel. Let's do another one. Let's send another explore out. No bows. Yes, swords. All right. This is where the elf goddess was contacted. Maybe we should go check in that direction. I don't know where this battlefield supposedly might be. So this is the only thing we have. Urgishun, which I think was the people in the north. Although maybe not. Maybe we should hit that. It is something labeled and we haven't been there. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that. I think this is the glacier, I want to say. We have this. This is where that forbidden earth god was. These are like spirit mountains. There is a crater over here, but I mean, would that say north? To me, that would be like east or east-northeast. I think we're gonna do it. I'm not gonna send her again on the off chance I do send her out to trade. Jarlanth, you're up, friend. Is it possible to contact the old emperor who's buried under the ice? No idea. I've never done it in any of the other games. Hanth's foraging party has returned from the north. Cool. Jarlanth's exploration expedition to the north is confronted by a band of ragged bandits. His forces are slightly outnumbered. What should he do? He has excellent diplomacy. Maybe he can bluff his way past. Bluff your way past them. Jarlanth made runic gestures in the air. The bandit leader laughed and gave a short whistle, which brought the bandits even closer. All right, well, kill as many as possible. The bandits were more full of talk than fight. Jarlanth chopped down several and his escort scattered the rest. The party continued on their way. You guys just got owned by a 68-year-old, just for the record. Bandits. All right, early dark season. Let's get one of these ventures rolling. We have extra foraging from ventures. I'm gonna just do it. Hernbar, one of your commoners, nearly beats his brother Farad to death. Ooh. Oh. What's going on here? Only the intervention of family members prevented him from committing kin strife, the worst crime in Orlanthi society. Inspection revealed a small chaos creature called a Karsh kid stuck to his leg and feeding on his blood. This small but potent enemy, spawned by crab-like chaos god Karsht, must have inspired his act of attempted murder. Chaos god Karsht gnaws on communities from within, turning people's heads to greed and violence. Yeah, that's the bad greed, not the good greed. It's not undead, but chaos beasts league with the unliving. Chorena Alroy can heal Heronbar, but cannot destroy the Crash Kid. We must find a big way to deter small threats. Kin strife would mean that Farad's family would have to seek vengeance against Heronbar, their own bloodline. A successful Urok's rite will ward us. Dude, Urox is my bro, man. Again, ride or die with him. He has not let us down a single time. I'm no Stormbull, but I can find these crab bugs and put them to the torch. I think we're gonna smite him. What does the worship do? I believe it would temporarily allow us to build one more shrine, but I'm pretty sure it would just be temporary. I could totally be wrong about that. Punk rock is gonna happen. Apparently getting crabs in the Bronze Age was really bad. Yeah, it probably was. All right, Urox, let's do it, man. And I actually have enough goods that I don't feel too bad about a sacrifice. I'm gonna go a little cheap. No, we cannot cheap out on him. We cannot cheap out. We're going to the full 10. Do it. Do you want to do a stronger rite? Yes, that's so gonna backfire at some point. The Karash kid exploded as if punctured by an invisible needle. Our bull stomper said that we had not only ended this particular menace, but suppressed chaos near and far. The brothers Farad and Heronbar were never as close after the incident. I mean, to be clear, if you had that down there, you'd probably be pretty worried too. Imagine how bad chaos would be if we didn't have wards, didn't have like 3 different rituals, and a shrine to the anti-chaos stuff. This is ridiculous. Our clan magic is low. We should do a ceremony venture. I actually agree. As much as I would love to do crafting or food, I think it's time. This one's for Tim. Perform ceremonies to increase our clan magic and help with otherworld ritual. Dresta led the clan in half a season of ritual preparation. She said things had gone well. We had a supply of ground ochre, and the bull roarers sang well, and the drums were all retightened. You gotta keep a tight drum around here, guys. No loose drums. Loose drums invite chaos. While exploring, Inori's expedition party spots very strange outlanders pointing metal staves at the ground. Clean, well-fed, and richly attired, they have somehow escaped the deprivations of the Chaos era. They react to the party's appearance with nervous surprise. They are from Forosan. If that kingdom is famed, if that is the kingdom famed for its wait, that is hurting my brain. If that is the kingdom famed for its magicians. So you're saying they're from Forosan if Forosan is famed for musicians? This is not good English. Or my brain just broke, one of the two. Okay, they don't look like they're starving and they have magic. That's not a good combination for attacking people. Attack, command them to withdraw, demand a gift, or leave them be. They seem nervous. Maybe we could demand a gift. I mean, I am really desperate. And it looks like they're stealing blueberries. Those are my blueberries. Let's ask for a gift. Plus mood. An understandable request from the Chaos Age Orlanthi, said their leader. Are they time travelers? Said their leader, a stout man with a waddle-like chin. He pointed an implement at Inori. This will grant you good fortune for the next year. Now please desist from troubling us so that we may continue our measurements. Did we get good fortune? And me as in the clan or me as in Inori? We are gloomy. Womp womp. All right, early storm season. I have some goods. I kind of want to do another heal. We've already done that one with her recently. I think we're gonna ask the spirits again. The spirits are kind of bros. Hey, Don Arnold, how's it going? Time traveling magicians, apparently. I looked up what worship does. The results can last for a year or more depending on your success level. Does it do what I think it does though, Gray? It allows me to build a shrine because most of the rituals still last a year anyways, so that's kind of spending 2 actions to do 1. All right, please cure some more people. Pretty please. We cured 10 more. You look an awful lot like Chaos. While hunting for small game, Hanth spots a party of Chaos worshippers skulking in your wildlands. Insignia identifies them as soldiers of the army of Wakboth, the mightiest, most destructive Chaos god. All my homies hate Wakboth. How dare they profane the regal wilds? Among them are dead who have eluded the grave. Wakboth, the devil, is sometimes mistaken for Kajabor, but one is destruction and the other is fear. They will give us information only if tortured, which is dishonorable even when practiced on Wakbothi. The unholy trio summoned Wakboth into the world. In the southern kingdoms, many former Orlanthi now worship Wakboth. Let's not make problems where none exist. No, dude, I'm sorry, we are not. Suffer not the chaos to live. We have, like, all the anti-chaos things. We are gonna go for a kill, I think. Get him. Who's gonna lead the attack? The one and only. I put up with a lot of your bullshit, so you better win, Karina. Plus mood, -2 swords. Taken by surprise, the scouts fell beneath our swords. Scouts. Yeah, we do not need to be scouted. They managed to hurt only 2 of our warriors. We burned their rotten, useless goods. Get wrecked, chaos losers. All right, late storm season. Late storm season. We are on spirit indifference, so we have taxed our spirits too much. 67 goods. I kind of want to do another healing. We have so many sick people. This is just unacceptable because we still have to feed them, and I'm pretty sure sick and wounded don't help plant crops. Like, we have more kids than we have healthy adults, just to put that into perspective. Down to 7 swords. Some of those swords are out on expeditions. 10 or 15 of them. We should try doing a worship. That's a big ask. That's a big ask. It uses up my venture. That's the thing. Okay, let's go for another heal here. So we're gonna sacrifice 4 curing. All right, please do it for 8. I can't keep doing these 10s, especially when 5 would be the normal one. He says it's worth 10. At least 6. 10. There are always a few sick people or wounded people. We don't need to ask Chalana Elroy to make everyone well. Have you seen the sick hall? At least 7. Okay, I'm gonna follow what they're saying. We're gonna go up to the 10. If she would heal like 20 people, that'd be amazing. Okay, 15. Inori's party is back from the north. Our herders report that the Nar or Nani stole 24 cows. Son of a gun. So we are net 14 cows off of them. Son of a gun. Dang it. Okay, it's Iverlantho 15, so we've been playing for 15 years. Last year, 27 babies were born. We initiated 7 children as adults. The clan has 21 fewer people, 9 fewer head of cattle, 2 more horses than last sacred time. We are poor in livestock and have enough horses. Our crafters produce goods. Maintaining shrines took 26 cows and goods worth 52. Yeah, look at this. This is worrisome. We host too few spirits. El Mal made sure other clans knew he was protecting us. This could be a good year for trade missions. We are known for wounding Nontrea. Okay, fields, pasture, wilds, crafting. I have to, and I have to do health. I cannot not do that. We are getting absolutely schlonged here. God, I so want to spin down here. It doesn't help that we have this guy who doesn't worship a god and her that doesn't worship a god. Unless she's adding to ritual. Maybe she's doing that. If we had a trickster, we would also get another magic. I've returned from the north of the mountains, where the Zarkosites dwell. They resisted any attempt at approach. I did encounter folk from the old solar cities, the domes that protected them. Hey, somebody was just asking about that. Death for dinner. Hey, Callie. The domes that protected them from the glacier blew apart. The ice layer did too. You think that this would be good news, but they said that most people there died, and they have been reduced to a wandering life. They called us protectors of the sun, and said that a dream of the dead emperor had instructed them to assist Berenstead. They are performing a blessing to aid our solar devotees. On the way back home, we were assailed by our Tarima clan explorers. Our swords taught them not to underestimate us. Dude, Jaranth is a Chad. He has come through a couple times for us. Refugees have passed on the story that one of Dara Happen cities buried under the glacier, had managed to rekindle one of the lesser sun gods and melted their way out. I very much doubt this is true. I visited all of our cultivated lands. I'm starting to get concerned. We have been raising blood meal and rye on it for about 5 years. It's again just the beginning to show signs of exhaustion. Next year we need to convert crops. Sure. Hey, we're down to 54 sick. That's something, right? All right, I am not messing around. We are going to convert that right now. I'm not going to forget to do that. Never, ever, ever have bad fields. And that's in a normal game, much less this ridiculous one. Hey, we still have 2 seasons of food, though. And we are coming out of storm season. Maybe we finally bought ourselves a little bit of breathing room. Okay. Late season. Let's get some trading on. Let's try to get somebody else in here. I really hate that this gets covered up because while I'm streaming, I don't have the brain power to remember this. Garandari, Kastangi, Tharling, or Carling. Those are all ram people. I would like to establish a trade route. And I'm going to send them to. Do we have any other nearby rams? Carling, I'm pretty sure was one of them. Tharling, I think was one of them. Kastangi was one of them. Garangi was one of them. Okay, so that is all the nearby rams. Do we have a nearby something else? Okay, you're not nearby. Okay, so we have you. And I don't know where the other one is. Oh, Tharling. That's 3 of them. Okay, so Earthling is kind of close. Starshine. Maybe let's try Starshine. They're nearby. Sure. All right, Starshine. Caravan. Establish a trade route with Starshine. Known for their many shamans, their chief is Shukorde. We owe them a favor. Okay. I'm gonna send you 3 swords. I am stretched really thin. Do it. Our caravan's back from the Starshines. The Starshine traders were pleased to receive their first caravan we'd sent their way in recent memory. They said that access to more horses is always a good thing and agreed to trade with us on a regular basis. We made a small profit. I'll take it. A group of people bearing the insignia of the Voli tribe, hail your sentinels, requesting temporary shelter. We have traveled far with countless monsters on our heel. We ask that you briefly grant us Orlanth's hospitality, that we may regather our strength before continuing our quest. King Brolorov bested their kingdom, winning a claim of the tribe. They're outlanders, so none of our neighbors will know or care what happens to them. Help them out. Sorry, but no. People fleeing danger in their homeland often seek permanent refuge. The Forosil Voli used to fight with saber-toothed tigers at their side, but I suppose that these have fallen on hard times. If you trust no one, you'll never be disappointed. You know what? We're trying to be more open to outsiders. And it is true that Orlanthi's hospitality is a thing. These guys were pretty nice to us when we talked to them before. I'm gonna do it. Do we give them a gift? Normally, I really try to be generous. We're in such a bad way, though. All right, I will give you a small gift. That night, we heard horrible shrieks from Destra's quarters. The travelers revealed themselves as ogres in disguise. They fell upon Destra and began tearing at her flesh with knife-sharp teeth. By the time we reached Dresta, little was left of her but blood and bones. The ogres fled, evading pursuit. The people reeled in shock. Never again would they trust outsiders, they said. Oh, that was so bad. That was so bad. Destra, no! Oh, man. I cannot catch a break. I absolutely cannot catch a break. I think we're gonna reform. I think we're gonna reform the clan. We lost our super shaman. Man, we lost our trickster to a vampire. We lost our super shaman to ogres. It's all ogre now. It's all ogre now. Okay, she was in charge of being a shaman. We already have a pretty good magic user, so I don't necessarily need that. I could try to get another shaman. Let's see who we have as shamans. We only have 2, and they're both ancient. He's a little younger. He does have good lore. Well, he has excellent lore, and he's a very good shaman. I wish there was a screen here where it would summate like what my lowest skill in everything is. So bargaining, top dog. Combat, top dog. Diplomacy, top dog. Food, top dog. Leadership. We're a little down on the leadership, and that does show. That shows a lot. We kicked her off the council because she was bad, apparently. She is Renalda, and Renalda would let me put some more points into field, and field would really help. If we had some more field magic, we could grow a little bit more food. So that's a possibility. Lore, we got our best lore. Magic, second best magic. So other than leadership, our skills are actually really good. All right, do we have a trickster? I don't think we had one. We have nobody who's a trickster, so we don't have one. Just isn't one I can do. So we could do a shaman, which, I mean, we do rely on the spirits a lot. But I'm also interested, we do have ancestors. That sounds good, right? We like ancestors. Our ancestors also worshipped Ernaldi, the cow goddess. It is Jarlanth, who's pretty cool. He doesn't really bring much outside of that, though. Chelana Roy would let me maybe put another point into healing. And she has good leadership. Somebody suboptimal but young, maybe. I'm not against that idea. So, Chelana Roy for some extra healing. If we could get through the sickness, that would sure be nice, and get people up and working again. More Ernaldas, it's possible. Okay, you're already there. Okay, Anila, another one. We could have more foraging magic. Sarsalaga has done a lot of good for us. She also has renowned food. Isaris is dead. I'm not so... I don't know what he would do. Maybe diplomacy magic? Lakar Mai is dead. You're already on the council. Orlanth is dead, but maybe not. Maybe not. Man, we do not have a good choice here, do we? Blasterbot, thank you very much for the $5 super chat. Do you know what would have saved Destra? The regalia. It would have scared off the ogres for sure. I think Blaster might actually be Colvale in disguise. I honestly do feel that we will start turning our fortunes around once we start collecting regalia. It's pretty obvious to me that that's an important part of the story. I think we have to go shaman though. I feel like if we don't, who's gonna bargain with the spirits? And we get saved so often in events by spirits. 56. He has excellent lore, so I mean, that's not bad. His magic's only very good though. I think I would rather take the old lady who has excellent magic. And then we'll just pray that we have another shaman when she dies. I think I'm gonna make that call. If I don't take her, the other option would be Chalana Arroy. Getting her, we could put 2 points into healing magic and we could get everyone healthy and then we could reorganize if we had to. Plus she has better leadership. We fail leadership roles all the time. I'm not sure we have made any leadership roles. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna go healing. We are gonna be a little unorthodox here. This is just too worrisome to me. If I need to reorganize, we'll reorganize again. People would be healthier if we had a shrine. Yeah, I'm sure they would. I'm sure they would. You're right. Okay, we have good trade prospects, and it's late fire season. We can start a venture. I kind of want to do something on the map. I want to save that for when it's cold and we can't travel. We could do some more exploring, although we're not prepped for it. We could try another trade route. Maybe we try another trade route and we just spam the heck out of that until it tells me I have too many. Weekly market would be pretty nice. Food stockpiles are adequate, but we will probably be eating them. Crafters will make 53 goods worth of stuff. Can't produce enough food. No advice. Yinkin scares rats from our grain. Our good trading is because of the omen of the quaking rings. Enhanced hunting blessed provides bountiful gain. True. I'm trying so hard not to starve. I'm trying so hard. Our market will probably make 66 cows worth of goods. We should buy more cattle. We don't have enough. It's making it harder to feed. Also kind of true. Also kind of true. We could sell off a treasure. I don't need 2 combat treasures. The skull kind of is calling to me as one. Oh, that's right. We got an invisible drum from Raven. Increases the chances our spirits will aid the shaman after they've been successfully called. Yeah, we are really deep into the spirit game, aren't we? I think we're gonna sell this when we get desperate. I don't think we're desperate. So let's find somebody that we can trade with. Somebody else nearby. Caravan. Establish a trade route 2. I want somebody nearby. Arrowstone? We could try one of the wheel clans, although they kind of hate us. All the wheels hate us. White Fox? I could probably remember White Fox. Let's do them. Let's establish a trade with White Fox. Go. Doressa, daughter of the shaman Dresta, says that her eyes have been opened to the spirit realm. Why couldn't you have been opened 2 turns ago? While her mother was alive, she showed no aptitude for magic. Dresta demonstrates by coaxing an alien spirit to heal itself. She seeks permission to present herself to the spirits her mother knew, naming herself inheritor of Dresta's spirit ties. Your clan's other shamans say that Dresta must wait her turn, training under them before making any such claim. Dresta was a badass. She supports the crown and the crown supports her. Both Rider and Ram ancestors learned to talk to spirits. We'd have an easier time persuading if we improved our popularity. Okay. Boldness will be rewarded. They have mentioned boldness a lot. What is as it seems? She will fail. Wow, dude. I'm thinking 1 or 2. If she can convince the shamans, I'd be fine with it, or we could just say I'm fine with it. This would be somebody that actually supports the crown. We never get that. 1 vote for 2, 1 vote for 1, 2 votes for 1. Okay, people are pretty into Dresta. All right, let's do it. Bang. Plus mood, plus magic, plus 4. Dresta departed for the Scrublands, returning later that night, mantled in spirit light. The spirits had recognized her inheritance, she said, blessing our clan with power. Rare Builder W. So rare. Oh, that's so good. Can we have some good events, please? Please, sir. I just need 1 good event. You what? A good event, sir. I'm trying so hard. We have 69 goods. We probably won't produce enough food. Yeah, look at that. We've dropped to 1 season, although it is harvest season now. Ryan says, just arrived. We got any food? We've been living off of giant eggs for like a year. Yeah, so I want to get her on the council. Next time I don't have anything to do, I think Aline gets to come off. Once we do spirit time and put the healing magic in, I think I can remove her. So next year, that would be a good thing to shoot for. We can start another venture. We do have a lot of magic. Am I getting my spirit food? I'm not. Remind me to use Trade Wind when we're going to go sell that treasure too. I mean, some more spirit healing would be nice. I think we're gonna do that. Let's bargain with the spirits. It cured 10 sick people. Our caravan's back from the White Foxes. They said that access to more horses was always a good thing and agreed to trade with us on a regular basis. We made a small profit. Are we down to weekly? We're still on seasonal. I'm shocked you can have this many. Normally, I swear you could only have like 4 or maybe 5. It should tell us when we have too many, right? And I think I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it again. Delmara, also an unsung hero of the clan. I mean, she uses a lot of calories, let's put it that way, but that's because she's a high performance woman. She has not failed on any of the trades that we have asked her to make. It is gonna be her hardest trade yet though. I feel like we need to do one of these. We're trading with everyone else who is near us. Which one of the wheels hates us the least? The nearby wheels. So you hate us some amount. You guys, I think, both hate us a lot. I know you hate us for sure. They hate us but fear us. They hate us. Okay, this is the one that doesn't hate us. Sorry, he's maxing. We heard some jingly rings. That's all I'm saying. Food dropped to half a season. It's harvest season now, though, or it was. So hopefully we'll get some more back. Delmero may not be the best, but she is so consistent. That's a very good stat spread. She has never failed a trade I have sent her on. She has never failed as an exploration. You know, I'm just saying. Workhorse. Delmara the workhorse. Okay, wealth. caravan. We're gonna try the Umurgan, and we're gonna try to establish a trade route. And I'm gonna send you with 5 swords. No, I'm gonna send you with 3 swords. Desperate times. Do it. People, especially his fellow hunters, have been saying that Hanth should be chieftain. I can think of no worse punishment, grumbles Hanth. To this, his supporters say, the best person to hold power is the one who does not seek it. How does the ring handle this? Well, that's not good. Frankly, I thought it was going to be Karina who they were going to push up there. We cannot take him out. Because we support the royalists, we just can't. Replace me with a scruffy hunter. Who dares propose this? A chieftain is stuck in the clan hall most of the time. So we can agree with Hanth he's not suited. Ivor Lantho is only unpopular when judged next to Hanth. We won't know how he will do until we've seen him do it. How does a leader escape pride's shackles? You know I didn't start any of this, Ivantho. Yeah, we'll just say he's not suited. He likes what he does and he does what he likes. Hanth's friends took offense. Mumbling in favor of Hanth's candidacy increased. Now, look what you've gone and done, said Hanth, stomping off into the wild. I swear he's a Sundre. This is ridiculous. Our food stockpile... I don't want to be Chief Baka. Our food stockpiles are acceptable, but we will probably be eating... Oh, 3 seasons. 3 seasons. Have we ever had 3 seasons worth of food? We're all gonna like not show our rib cages pretty soon. This is gonna be amazing. And we have a venture. Oh, what glorious days. What glorious days. And some goods. Okay, she's still going. I was gonna say I almost want to send another caravan. Okay. I think it's venture time. Go Team Venture. Let other clans know about recent exploration. Do we have anything to tell them though? I don't know. There was talk about doing a worship. Conduct extra worship ceremonies in our temples and shrines allows more temples for at least a year. The thing is, I spend an action to worship. Let's say I get +1 temple. I spend an action to build the temple. The temple goes away in 1 year. I could have just cast the ritual I wanted and only spent 1 action. This does not seem sustainable. We could go search for some spirits. We do keep getting told we don't have enough spirits. We could recruit clan members. I am feeling that. We are not currently hunting. Although it's not the best time to do it, we could just get it started. We could do some herding also and try to patch up our herd problem. Let's do that. Let's do some herding. Castad, that's right. The guy who used to do it all the time died, didn't he? All right. Herd hard. Administered healing to several suffering calves. Thanks to his persistent leadership, the herders figured we have 17 more cows and 3 more horses that we otherwise would have lost. Our caravan's back from Umurgling. The Umurgling traders are pleased to receive our first caravan since things had gotten so bad. They said that access to more horses is always a good thing and agreed to regular trade. I think part of this is we want to share or trade horses so we have good genetics, basically. Finally, time for that 4,000. I think you mean maybe 400, Andrew. I don't think we have 4,000 calories to spare, but maybe we're not eating mud cookies anymore. Okay, great. We're still at seasonal. Trade apparently was really buffed. I do not remember being able to have this many trade partners, even when we were doing a trade build. And you know what? I think we're gonna do it again. I'll do it again. We'll send 5. You guys suck. That's all I can say about you. Who else is nearby? And nobody else is nearby. It's just them, because I'm trading with everyone else. All right, the Barmurring are kind of nearby. and they're one of our tribes, and they owe us a favor. You sound like a good trade partner. Going from 1,100 calories to 1,700 is pretty nice. It probably is. It starts to rejoice. Except for he's probably dead, Ryan. And we have a ritual where we can increase the number of routes we're allowed to have, which seems odd considering how many we have. Also, it seems odd that we're not at a weekly market with that many traders. The caravan's back from the Barmerlings. The Barmerlings traders were pleased to receive our goods. Okay. It's the derpy deer. Hey man, how are you? I haven't seen you in an age. Look at him. The great elk wanders into your lands. Your hunters are about to kill it when it speaks, requesting a favor. I come as an emissary of the creatures of the wild, it intones. If you forego game hunting for a period of 2 years, it will grant you a blessing, ensuring the following 4 years of hunting will prove especially fruitful. We have far too young now and need a sanctuary so that they can live to adulthood. All right, this is gonna suck, but I'm pretty sure we're gonna accept this. Or we could broker it with another clan. If it's come to me as king, I might have agreed. We could improve our standing in the tribe by passing on its offer. We have the best chance of gaining a friend by currying favor with the Yellow Hills. I know some of you think we should improve relations with the Gold Milks, who are rich, or the Urkarnings, who are strong. Okay. The people don't want talking animals telling them what to do. True. The old stories of Antler Society, shamans who began by bargaining with forest spirits like this one, but ended up dealing with dark powers. Sometimes an awakened animal spirit resides in the body of an animal. We have the best chance of gaining a friend by currying favor with the Yellow Hills. We do not want to enrage this creature, believe me. All right, a lot of people seem okay with brokering a deal, and I would much rather have somebody else have to not hunt than me not be able to hunt. And I feel like the elk would still give me some benefits. And it sounds like people say Yellow Hills. One more friend is one less enemy. Known for avoiding conflict. Well, sure. And my main diplomat, Retta. Go. Warriors, we'll send 4. Gifts, sure. And I'm actually pretty good on good, so we'll go a little more generous here. Go 8. The Yellow Hills said they would forgo hunting on their lands for 2 years. The elk promised its blessing to them. That's okay. Hey, we're liked by 4 people. One more friend is one less enemy. Early storm season. Okay, we've used our ventures. Hey, and look at that. We've actually got the sickness low. I actually don't think I need a lean anymore. So, am I gonna waste a turn to reorganize? Now would be the time. Let's just peek at that. If I did do that, if we took her off, Dresta, age 22. She looks like her mom. She's already a renowned shaman. Other stats are pretty weak, though. I feel like we do it. Her mom was a superstar. She seems to be a superstar. She did give me 5 magic, and I am open to bribes. I think we're just in on that. What are we at? We're at 3 dudes and 4 women. Okay, so we're still fine there. Yeah, I think that's a good plan. We don't currently have the market and trading magic to support trade with all of our regular trade partners. Trade is much harder because Asaris is dead. Okay, we have maxed out. What is the number? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can maintain 7, but not 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So we could try our ancestor magic. Writer virtue of having more trade partners. Is it worth a turn? I don't know. Oh, we had weekly? Oh, we did have weekly. Look at that. It will probably make a profit of 100 cows. Remember, we were just making like 50, 40 from trading last year. Get an ancestor temple up? I don't think we can. We could. Well, son of a gun. That is very tempting. Weekly markets are huge. I assume that we all agree that we should do that, right? I think we do that. We go Rider Virtue, and that will allow us, I assume, to have at least this amount. It doesn't really say much. More trade partners is kind of nebulous. I think we do it. I think we do it. I think this is a sign. I think this is a sign. Yeah, look at that. From trade alone, we'll be able to get about 50 goods of profit. So we could do, 10 gifts or sacrifices of 10 each and still have a little bit. Shalana Elroy, kinda, but we had to have the spirit do a lot of the work too. I do think this is how we replay her. It doesn't cost us anything to ask the spirit for help. I mean, that is true, except for time. We should be able to devote more to various rituals. I do need to get our other stuff up and running. Ancestors are really good normally, and who knows what other side benefits it might have. I'm in. You again. A duck trader wishes to trade silver nuggets worth 20 cows for a quantity of your crafted goods. The quality of the builder's workmanship wins praise far and wide. Flattery will get you everywhere, but I also know that you're a liar. Ducks are beneath my notice. Our neighbors have been swindled by ducks in the past. They have. Not every duck is honest. Duck is a traitor, but others reveal her monked. His silver may turn into dust after he leaves. If we open negotiations, that will count as an offer of hospitality, after which it will be impermissible to rob him. This seems inconsequential, but could go gravely awry. His silver may turn into... I don't think I want to rob him. That just sounds like a really bad idea. I mean, or we don't follow anyone's advice except for Karina. If we agree and he screws us, we'll get him next time. We already chased him off once, so maybe he's wised up, right? And he's kind of got like a cool Mongolian looking thing going. All right. If you betray me, Duck, plus mood, plus magic, plus goods. We'll see if that lasts. Extolling the workmanship of our crafters, we inspired him to up his offer. This gave the people reason to smile. For overcoming misgivings, our trade-loving ancestors gifted us with magic. See, builders, you have to have a little trust in people. Not everyone will hurt you. I won't hurt you, builders. Elmo is protecting us. He sure is. Last year, 29 babies were born. We initiated 8 as adults. We have 10 more people. 8 more head of cattle, 12 more horses. Everything's coming up, builders. We do still need more livestock, and I agree there. We have mini horses. I think horses for livestock. No wood for sheep. Our crafters produce goods worth 49. Our weekly market is 66 worth of goods. Maintaining our shrines and temples took 56. We need some more spirits. We are being protected. The priest had visions of a black bird on a white horse. Clearly, we will be raided this year, they said. We're known for wounding Nontrea. Okay. Fields, pastures, wild, crafts. Let's get some harmony magic and see if we can repair our clan mood. And if we know we're going to be raided, Maybe we go hot on war and we'll try to do a little of our own fighting too. Babel, you might not, but I can't trust your misfortune skills. It's horseshoe, man. We've gone so unlucky that we've become lucky. Feels like everyone wears more clothes in this game. Lore is that the world's colder. The world is colder. Yeah. Ducks love bread. They do love bread. How old is everyone on the council? 61, 46, 23, 47, 51, 54, 49. All right, we'll see if maybe we can do a little raid or a cattle raid of our own. I have wonderful news regarding Delmara. Thanks to many trips to local fairs and heartfelt offerings to Asaris, her ability to drive a hard but fair bargain ranks above any ordinary woman's. She's got heroic bargaining. We're gonna miss her when she's gone. The Gold Milks are spreading stories about how people in the Arrowstone clan are eating their weakest elders. I myself don't believe this. We should send someone to scour the area for chaos sendings and wipe them out. They may have been gone for a while, but the threat warrants it. Other clans would be interested to hear about the Yanaling shamans. Let's share what we learned. Okay, that might be useful. Members of the clan ring are popular. We could start a venture. Yeah, but the venture to improve mood is feasting, and we just can't. We may have trouble supporting the creators, so we're okay for now. We should buy more cattle. We should. Okay, let's get some of our food magic up. We didn't really get that up last time. Now, we didn't promise that we wouldn't hunt, but we also have a relic that increases the food from this. So let's do this one first. We'll do 10 goods into Rudel. We got it. You grant hospitality to a delegation from the Ginadari clan, which holds you in high esteem. Once our tribes were a true kingdom, ruled with wisdom encouraged by King Beren and his heirs. After King Vislanth died at the Battle of the Stingers, clans gradually stopped obeying royal decrees. Today, the Baranth Telly are a kingdom in name only. Only by reasserting the sacred authority of Yor can we unite and survive. We wish to rally the other Baron clans to the banner of King Iverlantho and seek his blessing to do so. They acknowledge that this has been tried unsuccessfully before, but said the situation was different now due to favorable omens. I mean, ancestors coming up strong here? Our ancestral shrine is on the wrong blessing. Ooh, I will definitely fix that. Hopefully before we lose our trade route. Okay, so send me, I'll teach them respect. Discourage them. I do want to do this. The people want us to say yes. Finally, someone's making sense. Iverlantho's position will be symbolic only until we've recovered the pieces of lost regalia. Okay, so we could send delegates to help sway. I mean, we can't lose all the time, right? Okay, and I can't send the king. So our highest diplomacy is Reda. Okay, I can't argue with that. And we'll send you with resource. I'm being really cheap on that, but I'm worried. The Ginadari discovered that clans who once recognized our king are now uninterested, except in ceremonial terms, but they treat us with respect and gave us gifts. All right, well, it is what it is. We do need that regalia. Okay, blessing, no. Rider virtue. I definitely want that before we lose our weekly market. Thank you for catching that. Okay, late sea season, we can do a venture. What if we did some combat training? We're gonna get raided. I guess we also could guard the herds. Let's guard the herds. That way hopefully we'll catch them. Hanth made sure to visit every herding tent. Thanks to his vigilance, the herders figured we now have 12 more cows than we would have otherwise lost to predators. And they're pleased to have more guards waiting for raids for the next year. Borosilviri are return seeking the magic we promised them to use in a right against the undead army. All right, please don't be 4 magic. It's 3. All right, well, we're not in the negatives. We greatly taxed our magic. Our Uroxy devotees said the benefits of the Borosilvoli ritual would reach all the way to the valley, reducing the threat of chaos here as well. All right, well, we made the promise. It's okay. Hey, Shinosuke, how's it going? We have sent no emissaries in a while. Okay, well, I'll try to do that too. Okay, apparently we still lost one, even though we fixed that problem. Well, that feels really bad. That feels really bad. Even though we fixed our magic. I guess we just go back to famous event then. Because it wasn't giving us warnings when we had this many. At least I don't think it was. Well, what the heck is this? The use of this then? That's kind of garbage. People gain the skills of our ancestors showed. So I'm pretty sure that's plus food. So I guess I'm okay with that. Your value just went way down, Ancestral Shrine. We could move you to somebody else. Okay, fire season. We are going to get raided, but we would also like to do a little bit of raiding. I'm going to go very cocky, and we're going to get the hair blessing. Sneak past others. Persuade him. Helped us for several years. Here's the raid we were expecting. We are being raided by the Vestantes. There are 170 of them. They slipped past our patrols. How? How did they slip past our patrols? They're worried about how many there are. They're known as magicians. They will likely try to perform a ritual. I am going to not spend my magic, and we're going to try to drive them off. All right, if they're going to try to do a ritual, we need to rush in there. Yeah, advance. Karina called for an advance, but our warriors faulted at the Vestantes bull roarers. Okay, that was not magic. All right, I'm going to go for the reserve then. We set aside a reserve, so did they. Advance. The Vestartes were able to complete their magical preparations as we advanced. Boo. The Vestari storm bulls begin to howl and bellow. They're possessed by their gods. Karina, have your day. Karina feels the might of Homunc filling her and spots a chance for personal heroism. Take out as many warriors as possible. Karina charges into a mass of Vestantes and her flashing blade cuts down many of them. All right, we are on the weak side. They seemed like they are being pretty aggressive. Let's fight. No, let's hold our ground. Nice. They fainted, but we saw through it. The battle began to sway our way. Karina said that nothing is certain, but our fighting skills seem better than theirs. She is a beast. Commit the reserve forces. As the fight against the Vestati raiders starts to turn your way, Karina spots 3 of them creeping from your citadel. One furtively hefts an item of some kind. Karina realizes that they used the cover provided by the battle to steal a treasure. Oh man, I wish we had our trickster. I don't want to send her to go do that. I feel like we're going to lose this fight. I'm going to send the hunters. The sneak thieves attempt to disguise their path proved no match for the skill of your hunters. They easily intercepted the Vestantes, recovering the Marten skull. Meanwhile, Karina, distracted, was set upon by 4 enormous Vestites. She made short work of them. Roaring, our fighters slammed into theirs. I think we're going to try to end this. Oh, we could commit more reserves? Commit reserves. We are running out of people. They reacted to our reserve force with theirs. The battle could now turn either way. Fight cautiously. They tried to fight cleverly, but were not clever enough. It was soon over. Wow. Rare Builder W. We just beat quadruple our numbers. I am shocked. How did we win that? My superior generalship. Do. The fighting was fierce. Their battle magic was stronger than ours. In the end, it didn't matter. We drove them off and were happy to have survived the battle. With careful attention, our auxiliaries kept 2 warriors from dying and patched up 2 of the wounded. The Turtle Stone granted us magic. Thank you, Turtle Bro. Okay, so we had no elites killed. We did have some wounded, and we had a few regulars. That is not bad. Look at that kill ratio. All right, but we cannot sustain more shrines. Yeah. But I want to do a little bit of our own mischief. So that was the Vestantes. How about we herd raid them if they thought that was so funny? Oh, they're too far away. I don't like that. Okay, we're trading with like every single one of these. Dang it. It's not necessarily gonna break our trade, but I don't. We're not trading with these 2. Let's try our luck up here, maybe. They hate us. They hate us and fear us. Well, that sucks, doesn't it? All right. We did our spirit magic with the hair. Can we full on counter raid? Probably not. We managed to keep under cover until the last moment and spirit away 14 cows without meeting any trouble. I have never in my life played one of these games and spent 17 years without a successful cattle raid. This is the first one we have succeeded at. I've been thinking about the Vestartes attack. It must be because Berenstead remains a beacon of culture. If we want to strike back, we'll have to explore to the southwest to find a good approach to their heartland. Okay. Our market and trading magic can no longer support. Okay, so we were not getting proper warnings earlier, is what that's telling me. I'm a little grumpy about that. I guess it is what it is. That sucks. I'm not entirely certain what the heck the bonus there was supposed to do. We turned it on, we still lost one. We turned it off, we lost another one. So was this supposed to give me 2? I don't know. A little esoteric there, I suppose. Okay, we are in early Earth season, so we are harvesting. Let's get our other food stuff up and running that we have been neglecting. Get some hunting on. Didn't respond. Ooh. Our food supply is still poor. I predict the okay. Ouch. An Outlander trader offers you the chance to acquire a Bane banner that will strengthen your warriors against the Starshine clan. It will blunt their swords and tangle their swords when you raid them or are raided by them. The Starshines hold you in low esteem. He'll trade it for 25 goods. I kind of want to buy it and give it to him. We could vastly improve relations, yeah. I'm trying to get rid of some of these people who hate me. All right, I'm in. Who will give it to them? We'll send our best diplomat. And they will have an escort of 5 swords. They called this a generous gesture, worth far more to them than its value in goods. All right, well, hopefully they like us a little bit more. Okay, food. I think we're even gonna splurge. We're gonna go calf blessing. We're going crazy this year. 10 goods for the calf blessing, please. Received our sacrifice favorably. Hanth, my wife has given birth to a son. He looks healthy, so he'll probably survive. There might be a good omen or the like. Okay. Early dark season. Clan magic is adequate. Okay. We have many shrines. Yeah, if we could get some allies, we could get some more shrines. That would be helpful. That regalia would be pretty helpful too. Imperial Wanderers granted power to our Ermal and Osara devotees. Raven cursed our dealings with spirits. Yeah, that's right. We need Durstel's Sure Shot. Am I not running that? I'm not, because he didn't take my sacrifice. I kind of want to try to send out somebody, but now's not a good time. Do we just try again? It's unlikely to work if it failed once. Perfect year for a war. I mean, the writer value is +1 trade route. All right, I guess we'll leave it on. I don't know. That felt really bad. That felt incredibly bad. Had it on and lost 2. Or I lost 1, took it off and lost the second one. Or more. That would be an unfortunate. That's what's in the west, remember? There's an undead army over there. Alright, I think I'm going to try and explore. Maybe we send our shaman to go try to get another spirit. Search for spirits in the mountains. You discover that the Foraging River to the west is now untamed and wild, opposing anyone who tries to cross it. The Orlanthe knew how Orlanth defeated the Blue Dragon. Normally, you could ritually perform that story to master the river, but because Orlanth is dead, the God Talkers say this would be too dangerous. You also know the story of how one of your ancestral gods tamed the river, which should still be safe to enact as a ritual. I believe that's because our ancient foe was the river dragon. It's best to prepare in advance for a ritual, and we didn't do that during sacred time. True. The Earthlings are across the Foraging, and it'll be hard to send emissaries to them until we tame it. In the old days, when you tamed a river, it would stay tamed for years and years. Our children will likely have to deal with the Foraging again. We trade across the Foraging. Our writer ancestors had river taming rituals from the Empire, and Redalda's people later learned similar rituals. We're going to be struck with a wild river. I think we're going to do lengthy preparations. Ivor and Lantho led the clan for several weeks of ritual preparation. He had to report that there seemed to be unusual opposition. That's not good. That's not good. Okay, late dark season, and we do have another venture. We're getting somewhere with the herds. Let's do some more herding. 18 more. We're almost up to 700 again. I've been riding through our grasslands. I'm getting worried. Oh my gosh, didn't we just fix our grasslands? Okay. Our people would be healthier. They sure would. They sure would. Early storm season. We do have a few sick people. I think it might be Healing's turn. Oh, but our head shaman's not here. All right, let's try it anyways. No, Ivor and Lantho did not manage to do it. Okay, good to know. We are being raided by the Nar Onani. There are 9 chariots and 106 warriors. Luckily, we spotted them, 9 and 96. They feared us and might avoid riskier tactics. All right, let's do it. Reserve 1 in 7. We both did reserves. We're about even on forces. They don't want to be risky, and they fear us. Let's intimidate them. Our war shouting disturbed the Naronan magicians, and they abandoned their ritual. Our reputation unsettled them. Charge. Our charge hit the Narolanthe before they could complete their ritual magic. What losers. Let Karina have her day. Let's take out their leader. Karina quickly fought her way to the noble in an ornate chariot who led the Nar Onani. Before his bodyguards could stop her, Karina fought a brief duel, which ended with the enemy war leader mortally wounded. Karina raised her blade in thanks to her monk and rode back to our ranks. The Nar Onani were thrown into disarray. I think we're gonna fight fiercely. We pushed forward as they tried to conserve their strength. Victory now seemed close. Karina said that nothing was certain, but our combat abilities seemed better. Reserves. As soon as they committed their reserves, we answered with ours. It was soon over. Maybe I'm just good at this game. Maybe I'm just good at this game. Hey, Chatty. Karina seems to be earning her keep. She definitely has been doing some work. I'll give you that. It was a brief but bloody battle. The Marten skull granted us magic. There's something to be said about we've generated 4 or 5 magic between the turtle and the skull. Maybe I won't trade you away. We have not found the regalia. Yeah, tell me about it. All right, late storm season. Maybe we will send another explorer. I don't know where to go though. I literally don't. Let's explore. We're going to do an actual explore. Somewhere to the north. I guess let's hit that. These are kind of dangerous these days. I'm gonna send 4 swords and 5 bows. 3 and 5. A group of Urkarnlings arrived. They offer a gift of mammoth ivory worth 7 cows. Many of them plan to worship at your shrine to Urlox. My shrine to Urlox is pretty awesome. They're also here to discuss the condition of the world. Crops begin failing with the death of Redalda, but things have been getting colder and darker. The blood millet is not as productive as it was only a few years ago. They seek confirmation that this isn't just happening to them, and to cement ties in case the climate keeps deteriorating. Bernstead can be a central storehouse for food to be given out by the king in times of need. That's true. They can return to call a favor for food should they ask. We can ask someone for a favor if we run low. We've already had people starve here, true. It won't improve anytime soon. Crop yields are definitely lower. A strong tribe would be able to pool our resources. Plus mood. They were open to the idea as long as the other clans agreed too. After they left, the idea excited our clan royalists. While searching the Imthar Mountains for spirits, Dresta finds an antelope spirit. It speaks to her, offering its assistance in exchange for magic. The spirit says it can help us to deal with the Oroxi. We have 3 points of clan magic. Deal. -1. The antelope spirit was content to receive a point of our magic. Its power would help us for 5 years whenever we dealt with the chaos fighting Oroxi. That was not them joining me. I'm sad about that. We recently learned that the Oro Tandini and another clan have met its end. They found all of the arrow stones dead, covered in what were likely insect bites. We no longer have the worshippers, including from other clans, to support our shrine to the ancestors. It fell into disuse. Oh man, what a year. I thought we were turning things around. We have no field magic. Excuse me, we have no field magic? Well, that's great. That's just great. I'm gonna do exploring. We have got to find that dang thing. Last year, 26 babies were born, 9 children as adults. We have 29 fewer people, 42 less cattle, 8 fewer horses. Have goods, did things. The priestess said we couldn't carry out crop-related rituals this year. Okay, it's not permanent at least. We're known for wounding Nontrea. Maybe your advisors need to remind you more. We need food? We sure do. We sure do. We hear that the Glorantha clan has undertaken a sustained campaign against the undead. They have found a zombie nest just outside their lands and acted swiftly. So far, the Glorantha have made it safer for everyone. Dresta's spear hunting party made it back. A party of explorers from the Arrowstone clan returned home to find all of their clanmates were dead. They decided to make their way to Berenstead, losing their original leader in a freak bloodstorm. They hope to be taken in as refugees. We throw ourselves at your mercy. We like the Arrowstones. There are 11 scouts, including 2 swords. Come on in, friends. We need bodies. Their leader, Herastus, thanked us and went back to drive a small herd of cattle into the hill fort. Our people took pride in this show of generosity, but worried that the curse that destroyed their clan might follow them. Come at me, Chaos. Unlike other clans, the builders have not forgotten their king. Good for you, buddy. What do we got for food? 1 season. Early season. So we are currently planting. We have a venture available. We're guarding the herds and we're herding. I can't redo the fields. Well, no, it said we can't do it this year. We were able to do 1 normally. I alternate between 800 and 4,000 calories a day. I'm sick of 800, Babel. It's the season, man. I want to eat again. Oh, geez. That's pretty rough. Okay, I would love it if we could actually have a feast or something to get people up, but not going to happen. I think we're going to forage. Let's get that up and running. We have our chipmunk statue, so... we're unable to find food. They brought back what they could. Oh, man. We can start another venture. It's still planting season. Hey, we're back above 300 commoners. All right, let's go hunting. Okay, we did. We at least have something up and running. Your hunters spot outlaws in the wildlands outside Berensted's walls. Spotted before they could launch an ambush, the bandits quickly withdrew. Still, the incident reminds you of the growing threat brigands have posed of late. The Beren clan still owes fealty wherever they admit it or not. We aren't as popular as we were in the heyday of kings, but a good proposal is a good proposal. Okay, so we want to maybe do a joint venture. Most outlaws are cast out for murder of a relative, a sin that invites chaos. We have enough warriors to mount a campaign. These days, more and more people are unfairly outlawed by corrupt, chaos-appeasing chieftains. Hunters like me are good at tracking brigands. I feel like a joint venture might bring us all together. Let's do that. And Reda is our key diplomat. Go. It's not a good time of year for me to be sending people out, so I'm gonna just give you some swords. Reda found 5 clans willing to join the effort. Over the course of the season, coordinated patrols and search parties clashed with the brigands. They learned that the valley would not tolerate their depredations. We took part in the action as well, of course. Only 2 of our fighters were hurt. Our ancestors who loved trade and hated bandits rewarded us with magic. W ancestors. Okay, so if I learned one thing today, I actually think that we should have gotten our ancestral shrine up earlier. We've been getting a lot of magic from them. It's fire season. I'm gonna get our fishing up if I can because we are hungry. We got sturgeon, nice. Okay, and then a little cattle raid. What can we do? Yep. Oh my goodness, the map is getting really thin. Man, I am exceptionally worried. Dalnorn says, you can't play this right now. I haven't finished watching your Ride Like the Winds Let's Play yet. Well, you'll just have season 2 queued up for you, Doll. And Shinosuke, you must be way behind. Make sure you hit live. This game was supposed to last 3 generations. How much more can vanish? I mean, we're kind of on generation 2-ish, I would say. But I agree. I agree. All right. I guess let's try going to the crater. I literally don't know what else we can do. Inori, you're up. I can barely afford to send anyone to help you. Go. My journey to the land east of the Einther Mountains has come to an end. I encountered Urgshite goat people who called themselves the Sidasi. Apparently they broke off from the main Urgshite group a while ago and worshipped different gods. They had heard of Berenstead and that we bowed before a king. They asked us what I thought of this. As a staunch supporter of the crown, I extolled our royal lineage. When the Barontelli rose again, I said our kings would extend them benevolent protection. They said they had come to this place to escape tyranny and injustice. They said they could point us to a treasure. This turned out to be the Urgshite exploration party. I could tell they were lying about the treasure to get us to attack their enemies. I bid them farewell and continued on my way. Later we gathered medical herbs, wine flour, and spirit tears worth 17 cows. Alright, I mean, it's fine. It's not what I need. While self-assigned to exploration, Reda finds pieces of a golden pole or staff. Soon afterwards, emissaries of the Orotagan clan approach you, offering 50 cows for it. They identify the item as the Axle of Samnal, part of their royal regalia of the Old Wheel Kingdom. No clan can presently claim the chariot throne, but possessing this artifact may change that. Okay, agree or destroy it. If I ask permission every time I went on a trip, I never find anything. Destroying it will harm wheel magic, rendering them vulnerable in battle. Samnal, the cruel chariot god, captured and chained the first horse. If they can revive their kingdom, so can we. The artifact will advantage us when dealing with wheels. A useless treasure for 50 cows? Why are we debating this? That's true. 50 cows, not 50 goods, 50 cows. More cows means more food, and we are starving. If we agree, we're also kind of submitting the idea of kings. So I don't think that that's horrible for us. I see a lot of people voting for sell. I kind of agree. As much as I hate wheels, and I hate them as much as the next Orlanthe, this is just a good all-round. Plus mood, plus 50 herds. The people were more than glad to trade wheel garbage for 50 cows. Me too, builders. Me too. We're down to less than a season. The gravy train has ended. Our ancestors who loved to bargain could support another trade partner. You sons of guns is all I have to say about that. I guess we should probably try to go get one. As annoyed as I am by that. Dang it, now I have to try to remember who's who again. We're missing the Gar people. We're missing you. Establish a trade route. Go. Our caravan's back. They were happy to get access to wider bread and good. We made a small profit. Why is neither one of the... Oh, we lost our shrine. Wait a minute, but she said we could maintain one more. What is going on with that? Okay, if that turns off, I'm gonna be really cranky because she said we could maintain one more. I forgot that that fell apart. Late Earth season. Wild Foratin. Solar Blessing, Raven Curse. Many are sick. 27. We have 3 magic. I want to do another explore. We have got to find this stupid regalia. All right, we're gonna go. We're gonna go over here. Exploring. Go. Inori's exploration party reaches the largest crater in the valley, where during Beren's time, a piece of the sky fell on a clan. Digging into its floor, they find nuggets of gold marred by green tinge. Another group of explorers from the Eartharling clan hail your party from the lip of the crater. If you want a large supply of that gold, we'll give it to you. We've come to bury it where we found it. If you truly want the stuff, it will save us some effort. A chunk of the sky fell here in our late Rider days. The valley lay devastated for a long time afterwards. If they're bringing it back, it must not be any good. Except if they assure you of its safety. It's glowing green. When is that ever a good sign? We'll help you bury it. They thanked us for our help. I think I just dodged a bullet there. Devil worshippers, their very bodies malformed and twisted by unholy worship, appears at your gate. As they reach for your weapons, they shout to inform you of a forthcoming raid by Chaos. In exchange for 18 cows, we can teach you a straightforward chant. Nope. Nope, nope. You know what? We're pretty anti-chaos blessed. Attack them. It's time. Yeah, it is time. Full send. Go. Plus mood minus some swords. This obvious response appeared to surprise them. But we bring you Wakbas gifts, they protested. We cut them down and the people exulted. Only 4 of our warriors were hurt. We doubled patrols so that we would not be caught snoozing when chaos arrived. A diverse horde of chaos creatures appears, apparently drawn to Berenstead. Most of them are brews, though there is a fair number of scorpion folk and humans. Even though we were on alert for a visit by the devil worshippers, they somehow eluded our patrols. Dude, are we blind in this clan? And we only had 6 swords and 46 of our bows available to fight. It was hard to be certain, but Korea thought we were certainly outnumbered. I think Urox is my bro, man. I really wish we had one on the council. Maybe we do spirits because we actually have a shaman. We didn't have time to gather everyone in the livestock. Yeah. We're surrounded. Doesn't matter where you aim your arrows. True. Won't be an easy battle, but I'm willing to take the lead. The spirits will help, but we have no sworn spirits that are particularly suited for fighting chaos. Okay. Alright, I think we're gonna rely on the god of death because she worships him. How much magic? We'll give you a magic. We have 6 swords and 46 bows arrayed against the chaos force. Normally, Green is our war leader, but could assign that role to Hanth. How does she fight? She will take charge of the swords. The brews rushed forward, growling and dancing from side to side in their enthusiasm. Their human allies were quieter, and their spirits made a whine so high-pitched that some couldn't hear it. Karina directed our elite warriors like an extension of her own sword, striking well-aimed blows into the massed enemy. They rode to wherever they were most needed, which encouraged our regular warriors. Rather than face Humun's champion, the invaders broke and ran. 7 of our warriors died, and another 13 were hurt. Still a W. Okay, I am gonna go grab my tea here because I'm starting to feel it in my voice. So I'm gonna take a 5-minute break here. I'm gonna queue that up over on YouTube. If you're not blocking ads and you get one, I appreciate the pennies. Also, if you've been enjoying the series and you haven't done so, maybe leave a like on it. That tells YouTube that people with discerning tastes like you might enjoy this, and that's how the channel grows. All right, I will be right back with some fresh tea. All right, hopefully you had a good break, builders. Let's hit the second half here. Blaster, thank you again for another super chat. You know what would have kept chaos away? The regalia. Clearly you need to put more effort in. That's why our king is lacking in kingly quality. I mean, it feels pretty bad to be regalia-less, let me tell you. I'm trying, man. I'm searching everywhere to the north, and that's the only clue I have. An Outlander trader wonders if you might be interested in acquiring an anvil spirit. According to the shamans I've talked with, it's hardworking and friendly. Our own shamans say it helps our red smiths produce more goods. The trader's asking for 35 cows, or goods worth 35 cows. If my main trader was here, I would try to dicker with him. I think we're just gonna accept the deal. He made sure the spirit understood that it was now sworn to the Builder clan. We have an anvil spirit. That seems good, right? Better than not having an anvil spirit. Okay, we are in the dark season, so it's not a good time to be traveling. We have no ventures. We do have a lot of sick people. Let's get another curing up and running, I think. So for healing sick people, we'll send 10. Cured 15. We don't currently have a market and trading magic to support trade with all of our regular trade partners. This is stupid. What is going on here? What, did we just get extra trade partners because of that event? All right, well, whatever. Soon everyone will be dead and then we'll have no trading partners. That's just how it's gonna work. I hope trade is going... I got bad news for you, Ryan. I got bad news. Okay, bountiful gain, low food. That I don't like. We have 1 season worth of food and we've already done our harvest. Our goods are okay. Our herds are actually doing something. Magic-wise... All right, let's get the calf blessing up again if we can. Our sacrifice was favorably received. Enora's party is back from the crater. A bedraggled group of Dara Happens appeared at your gate seeking food to take with them on the trail, and your hospitality for a night or two. They came across the same empire your rider ancestors migrated from hundreds of years ago. Threatened by the advancing ice, they hid under the great dome constructed by the Emperor, which you wanted nothing to do with. These folks tell you that both the dome and the glacier have been torn to bits by chaos, forcing them to flee. We heard that you are Orlanthi, who also worship our god, and Tyrius, the little son, whom you call Yelmario. Though we have nothing to offer in return, we ask for your aid based on that basis. Their dead emperors mean nothing to us. So these are dome people, huh? As transients, they can't trouble us the way unhappy neighbors might. Some call Yelmarlio Sun Spear a brother of Elmal. Others call him a false son. Yeah, that's a big distinction there. Our people care about strangers. The greatest treasures are intangible. I agree. Hospitality won't cost us, but we don't have food. We don't have food, but I'm generous to a fault, builders. I try to live up to the standards. Memo to me next Dom game. My pretender needs to be the regalia. Why? We'll never find him. Apparently he's going to be imprisoned. I like their disc. We got the best discs. All right, we'll do it. Do you resupply them generously? Why does it keep asking me hard questions? I already said I'd say yes. No. Yes. Yes. Oh, people are gonna hate me so much. Our people threatened them with contempt. When they asked why, they said, we can't afford to starve ourselves for a stranger. Prina said it wasn't just our low food supplies, but the ring's past decisions that hardened them. If we expected them to welcome generosity for its own sake, council would have to lead them that way. We tried. We tried. Oh, you know what? I wonder if we lost our trade spark. That's what happened. We lost the trade spark. Yeah, okay. At least I'm a little less cranky about that. That makes a little bit of sense. All right, we are in early storm. We have no venture. I'm sending another explorer out. Okay, that's a named place that we haven't gone yet. No, we did. Those were the people we found. I guess let's clear this up. And we will send Inori. Sorry, Inori, I just don't have a lot of people to send. Our food situation is grave. We'll hope for the best. All right, what else can we do about that? All right, Dostal is not up. Neither is Anilia. All right, Dostal, you're up first, friend. 10 goods for sure shot. Didn't respond. Dostal, you're killing me, my man. I'm back from exploring Bear Woods. I spotted some of the hunters who dwell there, those roving folks who worship Bear God, Odala, who lends its form to their shamans. I don't worship Dostal, so I hold no grudge against Odala and felt no obligation to confront them. And indeed, we evaded their notice. However, if there was anything of interest in the area, I couldn't find it. A small group of people bearing the insignia of the Forosilvoli tribe hailed your sentinels, requesting temporary shelter. We've traveled far with countless monsters at our heels. We ask you to briefly grant us Orlanthi's hospitality that we may gather our strength before continuing on. We've already learned this lesson. They are ogres, man-eating chaos creatures who can possess humans. Yeah. Ogres worship a gigantic chaos god called Kakgodemon. They're outlanders, so none of our neighbors will know what happens to them. Kill them now. Yeah, that's right, they killed her mother. If we think they're up to something, it's best to catch them unawares. Let them in to keep an eye on them. Maybe. If they're ogres, they might be carrying a treasure of past victims. Ogres look human, quite often beautiful ones, save for the sharp teeth they conceal. If you trust no one, you'll never be disappointed. I mean, maybe we can eat ogres. I'm gonna let them in and keep an eye on them. I'm on a roll with bad decisions, right? Let's just keep that gravy train rolling. Who's gonna lead the guard? Karina will lead the guard. -1 sword, plus 20 goods. That night, when they should have been sleeping, we saw them creep towards Saradin's bedchamber. Our guards leapt out to stop them. After a short, vicious fight, the guests all lay dead. Sure enough, their jaws contained rows of knife-sharp teeth. We found silver and jewels on them, no doubt taken from past victims. This victory would reduce the threat of chaos. Only one guard was injured. Put them in a pot? Yeah, I think we could eat them. I'm just saying. It was good while it lasted. Joke's on you, we're already gloomy. I think we're already at 0 mood. What did I miss? I accidentally fell asleep. Last time I remember we fought off a guard or a raid. Well, bad things happened. Trolls are not ogres, I don't believe. Chaos intolerant. I'm chaos intolerant too. All right, babies were born, people became adults. 5 more people, 58 more heads of cattle. I really need to try to do that horse trade. We are sufficient in livestock. Well, that's a first. We made goods, we made profit, we spent stuff. The priestesses were looking forward to drinking this year's milk, which would be creamy and plentiful. I think that's just telling us that we're gonna get some bonus food. All right, Ernalda's temple seems to be okay again, so we can do fields, pastures, wild. Harmony and crafts. I'm gonna do the explore. No, I'm gonna do the ritual because we keep failing all of our rituals. We exhausted our food stocks and people are starving. Yeah, that they are. I dreamed that Wakmuth pulled the last star from the sky. It crashed to Earth and Pocho Chongo Gorp god ate it. Then all went dark and only one builders was left in the world. This year's crops have already failed. We are so screwed. People hoped that foraging and hunting would make up the shortfall. We are not going to mess around with that. We are going to definitely get that going. We're already hunting. Let's get foraging. Found a few plants. Hope for the best. I am not slaughtering that again. After 15 years, our pastures are damaged. We have cleared all potential pasture land. It's too dangerous to ride to Cenala and ask for help, so I think it will take a concerted effort over several years to deal with this. We can also perform several sacrifices to Redalda. Your Storm God followers warn the ring that you are about to lose some of your collective magic. Certain lore keepers, especially of the Solar Persuasion, have taken to quoting the writer man god Halor on a variety of subjects. They also say that we, the builders, are both riders and rams, when in fact, we are former riders because we became rams. You might think this a trivial matter, but it goes to the heart of our identity as the heirs of Beren. Halor disdained kings, and thus has been justly left behind. They can say whatever they want. We thrive by testing tradition. Talk of Halor will not harm our magic. Bold. The people think of themselves as regal rams, not as kingless rams. Halor talk is a front for anti-royalism. If correctly approached, the Solar Light lore keepers might shut up about this for good. You're looking pretty old there, Saradin. We can't afford a feast. Yeah, that's true. All right. I'm gonna trust Saradin. Admonish the Solar lore keepers. Plus mood. They promise to be more careful in their language, speaking more of Orlanth and less of Halor. We detected no loss of magic. Perhaps it was an admonishment that made the difference. We've exhausted our food. Yeah, dude, I know we have. I know we have. All right, let's try the sacrifice here for Rudel. Accepted the sacrifice. All right, we are literally gonna starve to death. I'm gonna have to slaughter some livestock for a season. Minus 66 herds. I hate it too. All right, clan. We can start another venture. Get hunting. Unable to find new hunting grounds. Perfect. As we traveled north, my party met dwarves armed and armored in iron. I overcame their suspicion. They told us they were seeking a dwarven stronghold that might survive beneath the glacier. We told them what we knew about the lands on the way to their destination, and they gifted us with bronze orb with 16 cows. Your solar worshippers petitioned the ring. In Beren's day, we embraced Orlanth and his storm court so we could have a king and bring glory to the valley. Now Orlanth is dead and so is our kingdom. To survive, we must abandon Vinkotling ways Redalda brought, rejoining our Hyrloring brothers. We must cease to be rams and become riders once more. Refuse with tact. The right to join two peoples was obvious, a wedding. I have no idea what we would do. The people do not support them. An unthinkable insult to the king. It will never work, and I can explain why. With care and eloquence, we can put them off. When they say the light goes out, they really mean it. I can see it leaving your eyes. Dude, this has been incredibly painful. For a brief moment, we got ahead, and that has all fallen away. I'm with Saradin on this one. Yeah, I think so. And the fact that he can explain it. Plus mood. They accepted Saradin's frank talk. The people who had been alarmed by the idea were relieved to see it put to rest. Clan mood is ugly. Yeah, tell me about it. We have one season worth of food at least. I really hate that we had to sacrifice cattle though. All right, let's get We're not getting anywhere. We're just treading water is the problem. I think I need to turn fishing on, but I want to send somebody out while we're in the right season. I guess I don't want to send my clan members. Inori, you've been doing a good job. All right, I guess we'll head this way and see what we can find. I guess there's some area up here still too, and this is more north. Let's try this. I'm really, 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 really hoping we can find that regalia up here. My only clue is north. I feel like I deserve a second clue at this point. Okay, early Earth season. Let's get that fishing up. Persuade for fishing. We got sturgeon. Without their god, they're doomed. Oh, that's not a good sign. I think I'm gonna need some tea before I can handle this. We have a few favors, but the problem is everyone is suffering just like we are. So even if they say they'll do it, they're gonna give us piddly amounts. We have over 300 sheep. How's that not providing food? It's all taken in as the herds. I don't know what the equation is, but that's just an amalgamation. They're not worth nearly as much as a cow, though. Those 6 failed herd raids really hurt? Yeah, sure did. A group of wandering Yinkin worshippers who you have had positive dealings with in the past came to you, tormented by grief. Our god, Yinkin, cat brother to Orlanth, is slain by chaos. Tegern threw him to the ground with his trunks, then rolled over onto him, crushing him. Without our god, our lives mean nothing. Please, give us permission to die on your ritual ground, where Yinkin once chased ghosts away. Oh, that feeling when you don't have a catboy god. Look at that face. Do not taint the royal ritual grounds. If they die for Yinkin, who will scare off their ghosts? Surely chaos has deluded them. She believes in cat girls. One of us will have to kill the last of them. That grim honor shall fall to me. This isn't our responsibility. Giving them magic will free us from distracting emotion. Without their god, they're doomed. I kind of want 2 or 4. Allow it, but we could give them some magic to take to Yinkin. Maybe we can revive it. Remember, time is only a suggestion. Like, it has happened, but it has happened in the future that hasn't happened yet. We could fix this. Chaos is tricky, that's right. I believe in cat girls. You were tricked by chaos. Yinkin still lives. We said that they had been tricked by chaos, and surely Yinkin still lived. They invite you to take part in a ritual to prove it. Do you agree? All right, everyone get on your cat ears. They invoked Yinkin's presence, and all of our god talkers could tell right away that Tegrin had indeed slain him. All right, well. All right, we're gonna send a little bit of magic. We tried our best, guys. I'm trying to be very generous, because if you don't have some generosity, what do you have? Plus mood, minus magic. Understanding their deaths did not end their mission any more than Orlanth's did his. Allowed the people to agree to slaughter with stoicism. We did not like it, but accepted it. Only Karina was called upon to take part, finishing off the leader of their band. Chaos. I will never forgive you. Never. Never forgive chaos. All our starving, all our suffering, all our cat girls. Never forgive. Never forget. One season worth of food. Earth season. Okay, let's go try to do that trade, because we are in a bad way. So wealth, caravan. I want to sell some Horses. Nobody wants to buy horses. Well then. All right. I'm going to try to sell some goods. Who do we think's doing well? Gold Milk? Didn't we hear that they were good? They hate us and they owe us a favor. Maybe we send them an emissary instead. Can't we call in favors? If they hate us anyways. Okay, form an alliance. Another shrine would help change things. Okay. Alright, I've changed my mind a little bit. We can maybe try both. Let's try to get another alliance. Okay, it is dark season. This is not a good season to try to travel, but I'm gonna do it anyways. We would like to buy some food. Oh, and now I can sell herds? Can you not sell herds while you're harvesting? Do we use horses to plow instead of cattle in this one? Can you look at the list of dead gods? Sure, where is it? Truly, these are dark times. I could, oh, I clicked herds here. I couldn't select them on the last one though. Or, I swear that was grayed out. Maybe I'm dumb. Maybe chaos has gotten to me. Okay, but who? And I think they hate us though. We've not dealt with Ruby, and they're known for their wealth. Done. I think it depends on the tribe you want to trade with. Oh, okay. That makes sense. This is the darkest fantasy Bronze Age. This is pretty dark, man, compared to the other ones. In your shrine list, it shows... Oh, okay, yeah. That doesn't show all the gods. That only shows gods that we worship. So you're not going to see the cat god there. At least I don't think you will. I'll do that next time I can. Inori and her explorers arrived at their northern destination. They expected to find the southern extent of the great glacier that crushed your ancestral city of Nivora. Instead, they discovered a shattered landscape, scraped clean of soil and vegetation, and covered in scattered rock debris. They encountered huddled survivors of the doomed solar city, which were blown apart when chaos exploded the glacier. How do you survive? Inori asked. Who says we're surviving? They reply. We learned to talk with spirits after leaving the solar cities where no such tradition exists. Aid them with the gift of magic. I don't have any spare magic. Call on spirits to protect them. Offer to take them back. Take any valuables they're carrying or keep moving. I mean, I feel like bodies are bodies. And these are kin in a way. Yeah, we're split to them. You know, they're not the best, but we can work with this. People seem to agree with it. All right, hey, have you heard the word of Orlanthe? Plus mood minus 1 sword. All 11 of them readily agreed. On the way back, Inori encountered harpies, which she could have evaded without our new adoptees, but the explorers were spotted and had to fight. We drove out the foe, losing one of our new clanmates. 2 of us were wounded. Hey, still coming up. A giant snowdrift cut off the only route to the Ruby Gate clan. We'll have to wait until warmer. Okay, boo. Members of the Tricorn clan seek a favor. Accomplished seekers of knowledge and treasure, they endured a heavy blow when the rider exploration god Zarlan died. Since then, they have taken the unusual step of worshipping your god Redalda, who preserves some of Zarlan's traits. They hope you will speak to the Gold Milks on their behalf. This rider clan has been harassing them over their devotion to Berenstain God. Sure, why don't we have an alliance? That is what I'm going to pick. I want some friends. One more friend is one less enemy. We were hoping you would ask that, they said. We are sure it will work out with the Gold Milks, at which point we will make a pact of alliance. Who will we send to intercede? Okay, well, my best diplomat apparently is not available. I guess Glorantha is up next. All right, you're up, man. Do your best, please. Do we give him a gift? Yes. I'm trying to maintain my generosity because it's kingly. They said, no offense, Bernstein, but this is a rider matter. You're no longer riders. Needless to say, it did not result in an alliance. Boo! Tricorns are usually cool, not those ones. Apparently. Well, that sucks. Okay, we are in late dark season. We have no ventures to do. I mean, it's not a great time of year for fishing, but let's just get it up and running for next year. The streams were covered in ice, and even with the spirit's aids, our fishers brought in little. Oh. Your emissary, Retta, near the Yellow Hill village, she brought 10 cows worth of goods to present. How about an alliance? Though you are riders and we are Orlanthi, we both worship Ermal. Okay. I guess that makes sense. She is our best diplomat. The tricorns were cool, the golden ones were not. Fair. I have no idea who Zarlan is. That's the god of exploration for the riders. Or was. I guess he's dead now. We'll give him additional gifts worth 10. Rhoda rode with them and singing songs of Hyalore, and we became allies. Yeah, that's true. She actually is kind of a horse person, so I guess she was probably one of the better people to send for that, since they're riders. Cool. Okay, well, there's something. Helps our redsmiths finish more goods. Helps our foragers find things. You know what? Let's try Crow. We haven't done any Crow. Dorisa easily persuaded Crow Spirit to help for several years. Inora's party's back from the north. Ghouls. Corpses animated by hungry spirits swarm your wildlands, demanding that you lead them to your graveyard. We hunger, they scream, with a howl that wounds all that hear it. Before retreating, your warriors try to tell them your clan cremates its dead. This does not cause them to relent. 3 defenders have been left wounded by their skull-piercing shrieks. Humiliating. One of the clans that bury their dead, the worst pain in the neck is the Castingi clan. I have fashioned a drum that allows me to communicate with them. My presence on the ring increases the chances of a successful homunct rite. When we became Orlanthi, we kept the funeral pyre tradition handed to us by Elmal. Other Orlanthi clans started cremating men, but their women returned to the earth. Rider and Wheel clans burn their dead, as do we, but other Baranthali clans maintain graveyards. Ghoul-haunted wildlands will depress hunting and foraging. Owen asked, what universe is this set in? And Araska had it correct. Glorantha is the world and RuneQuest is the game setting. Yep. There's some other games set in RuneQuest too, if you like the world. I think they're usually set later in the timeline, although don't quote me on that. Okay, obviously we suffer not the undead. 10 goods. Our death cultists performed the 7 sword passes against ghouls. Homunct beheld this and cast a cross shadow and drove the creatures from our lands. I would have preferred to kill them. Okay, late storm season. I'll tell you what, let's get the trading thing up. Let's bargain. And we want to... I mean, which one do we want here? We want to buy food by selling horses. I'm not exactly sure which one that is. This is supposed to be the normal difficulty designated. Take that as you will. He makes them run away. I want them dead. Earlier we were killing him. That's why we ended up getting the vampire who killed our trickster. I don't know which is which. I guess we'll go, I want to buy grain. So I guess we'll go that way. Okay, we are having the trade wind spirit help us. Lantho and Inori died of old age. Their kin painted death runes on their faces and wept all night. People sincerely mourned their king. He had not been a perfect man, but he was of the line of Beren and Redalda. The clan mourns the death of King Lantho. His body is burned, sending his spirit to light and dark clouds. In keeping with the funeral rite first used when Beren died, his son succeeding him as king, according to the laws laid down by Vingot. Vinef is not yet of age, so he will not be eligible to serve as chieftain for another 2 years. If the Beren bloodline ends, the walls of the fortress that bears his name will crumble. I can't believe he's gone. His words were a sword. We must rule judiciously until Vinef comes of age and can govern as chieftain. He was a man of many sureties. Do we wish to take measures? I can bring the boy out hunting. Wow, dude. Wow, this isn't Crusader Kings, Hanth. Slow your roll, little A. All right, we're going to speak in favor of true kingship. Plus mood. Through tears, the people cried, "Long live King Vinef!" It's been 8 years since we performed a sacred story of the gods. If we don't perform a ritual very soon, they will withhold favor. We don't even have any good rituals. I guess we could try one. I mean, I guess we could try one. That already sucks. Okay, clan has less people. We have a lot less cattle. We have fewer horses. We have sufficient livestock. Okay, that's something, although we have a lot less. The shaman said that if we had more sworn spirits a year from now, they would be able to drum up more magic. Okay, ritual and some spirits. That's this year's goal. The Gold Milks are spreading stories about how the people in the Yellow Hill clan are eating travelers. I don't myself believe it. All right, so we can't put him on the clan at the moment because he's too young. We probably should put somebody as chief, but I'm a little worried about doing that. Maybe we just go chiefless for 2 years. That's gonna suck. Don't get me wrong. Dresta, I believe, was a royalist. How would no chief affect us? I assume it's going to be horrible for morale, possibly some bad events, and it would lower our clan magic. I think we can just eat it. If there's one thing we're good at, it's suffering. All right, we're going to do a venture, and we're actually going to do a ceremony because we are going to do an otherworldly ritual. We're going pretty hard on that. Gardrovstan led the clan for half a season in ritual preparation. He was certain the gods favored us. Elders had recited sacred stories, and the bull roarers sang well. The costumes were repaired. You've got to be kidding me. We'll hope for the best. Could you guys please stop starving for 3 seconds? All right, we're just going to get this ritual done. We're not even going to play around here. All right, Shinosuke, you asked about who was dead. Ernalda is dead. Isaris is dead. Lonkor Mai is dead. And Orlanth, we think is dead, but maybe not. But there's plenty of other gods who are dead that just are not our direct worshipped ones. Okay, so if we were going to do a ritual, we basically have 3 choices. It may not be a bad idea to do the river taming one. We kind of need to do that one. The ritual inspires women to take up arms. We don't have an Osara worshiper, where we do have a homunct worshiper. The ritual separates the living from the dead and helps us fight, keeps undead at bay, or strengthens the quester. I mean, she's already... Well, she's only excellent. Oh, you're not the right person. She is heroic. I don't think it goes higher than heroic. Is there any way to revive the dead gods? I don't know. I have no spoilers to this game. It sounds like they're not dead. And, you know, timeline wibbly wobbly thing, they're not dead in King of Dragon Pass. So hopefully we succeed. I think we're doing this one. So I need to read. No, that's not it. I need to read that. Okay, lore. I need... Monk divides life and death. All right, we need to remember these details. This is study time, builders. This will be on the test. Monk divides life from death. Monk learns how to fight and gains and loses death. Recovering it, he carves a chasm between the living and the dead. Hermonk was once Orlanthi's older brother. Both were sons of Umath, the biggest storm. Even in his youth, Hermonk loved to fight. Back then, you could win or lose a fight, but you couldn't die from it, because death didn't exist. Hermonk fought everyone he could and lost as often as he won, or oftener perhaps. So he gathered together his determination and decided to be the best at fighting. Back then, the best fighter was the wargog Kargan Tor. Hermonk went to the Cosmic Mountain to seek his tutelage. Kargan Tor said, "Fight me 100 times. By the end, you might learn something." Orlanth Rattleshaker and Vadrus Sharpwind and Urok's Big Bull, all brothers showed up to muscle in on Hermonk's training. "I am the most splendid, so I will fight Kagan Tor more times than anyone," Orlanth said. "I am the most vicious, so I will hurt Kagan Tor so badly he will relent," Vadrus said. Urok said. That is how he spoke in those days. Hermonk said nothing. He fought the first fight against Kagan Tor, whom dropped him to the ground with a single blow. It took one blow to knock Orlanth down too. Vadrus didn't get hit because he didn't try. He meant to sneak up on Kagan Tor and hit him from behind. But the Cosmic Mountain always gave the older god higher ground, so Vadrus howled away. One blow knocked Aurochs out cold, but he did not notice that this had happened and endured 2 more blows before he finally fell. Seeing that Vadrus had given up, Aurochs and Orlanth considered doing so also, but Hermonk got back up to go another round. Ashamed, they stayed to join him. None of the brothers fared well. After being knocked down 9 times, Orlanth's hair was askew and his dignity in tatters. "If I'm to take on mightier foes, let me fight the sun, who has insulted me and married the woman I like," he said. After being knocked down 40 times, Urlok staggered off and did not return. He said, meaning that the foe worth getting smacked about did not yet exist. He had nothing against Kagan Tor and thus could not arouse his fury. I wasn't even trying. But Hermonk fought Kagan Tor 100 times, and in his final fight knocked him down. This is the lesson. Hermonk and Kagan Tor said, speaking the same thought at the same time. "I have great power now," Hermonk said, "but how shall I wield it?" "That you will learn at the gate of introspection." Kagan Tor imparting his final lesson. So Hermonk went deep place and spent countless time there, more timeless than all the other periods in which gods do things, for they are not limited by time. Partway through his meditation at the gate, Hermonk accepted his power as a god, though he was a god of was not yet determined. When Hermonk returned to the fort where he had lived with his brothers, he saw that everything was about to change. The stick picker, Ermal, who was a raven and a caterpillar, and many other things beside, had discovered the sword called Death. He lifted it up to slay his friend, an even lower individual known as Grandfather Mortal. Hermonk took the sword from his irresponsible sot but it was too late. The sword in his hand had not finished its business. It swung to slay Grandfather Mortal. He was not only the first person, but also the first person to die. Hermonk resolved to control this power, as only he could wield it with dispassion and honor. Immediately, Orlanth wanted it to use against the sun. Hermonk refused him, so Orlanth stole it, a reprehensible crime against a kingsman. He used it to slay the sun, blanketing the world in dark clouds the Stormfolk loved. When he gave it back to Hermonk, it was only a sliver. By striking the mightiest object in the heavens, he had shattered the sword into countless pieces. I can be your kingsman no more, Hermonk said. Orlanth begged and pleaded, for though he was already a god of storm and daring, he had not undergone the trials to become a god of kingship. Hermonk used what was left of the sword to sever his ties with the Orlanth family, and was no longer his brother. With the sword broken, many of those killed by it had come back to the world as cruel shades, to haunt, harry, and vex the living. Grandfather Mortal howled back as Grandfather Deadflesh. The part of the Emperor that was red came back as Sargosh, the demon's son. A wolf that had attacked Hermonk came back as Vivamort. Yeah, this is like the rogues gallery here. Hermonk fought them all and their minions too, so he sought a piece of the sword. Slivers eluded him, falling into the hands of the outlander gods, like War Troll and Black Bat, and even Wandering Dog. Still, when he had the most fragments, he found a smith to make it anew. He tested it a few times to be sure it was whole. Then he used it to carve a chasm between life and death. Some call this a wall or a veil. Of course, it was those things too, but you can't make a wall or a veil with a sword, so abyss it surely was. The dead all fell into the abyss. Some landed in the underworld, others some, but sadly did not all good dead, made it to Orlanth's Hall. So Hermonk had to go back there and ensure that they would honorably treated and not let back out again. When Orlanth saw him, he was angry and called him stranger. Though this was true, it was no reason to fight. Orlanth was a king now and demanded obedience. We have no ties, Hermonk answered. Orlanth realized too late that Hermonk had the sword again. In rushing his former brother, he ran into the blade, impaling himself. He fell into the abyss where he remains to this day. Ermal, a good piece of sun that had traveled to Hermonk's hall along with the dead, said that he would take the blame for this and say that Orlanth had asked him to do it. Hermonk did not insist on this, as it would have been dishonorable. Elmal's flame turned Orlanth's lifeless body to ashes. Hermonk went back to patrol the edges of the abyss, for a new force had crept into the world, one aligned with Vivamort. This was Wakboth of Chaos. It started to break down the wall, tear at the veil, and pile corpse upon corpse to use as a ladder to turn the abyss into a staircase. Hermonk stands ready. The story is not yet over. Oh man, that was a chunker. All right, you guys remember all that, right? Let's go do our ritual. We're gonna do Hermonk draws the line. And our person is Karina. It's been 8 years. Yeah, we're doing it. Okay, what's the worst that could happen, right? You decided to send the clan hero to find Hermonk among the tumult of the gods' war. A devotee of Hermonk is usually best suited for the ritual. They will need skill in battle, but their magic and other skills will be tested. Obviously, it's going to be her. Many recalled how Hermonk had blessed her after she killed Holanam, the Skull clan's chief. What benefit will we seek? She's already really good at fighting. I think we're going to keep the undead at bay. 2, you think? I think we're going to keep the undead at bay. We've been having a lot of undead problems recently. What will we sacrifice to gird Karina for the rigors of the God War? We will give you 20 goods. It's really bad to fail these. All right. You guys are going to remember everything that we learned, right? Choices are more or less match the path of the gods are easier. You'll also need to consider the abilities of the mere human performing the ritual. Karina meditated on her blade and rode towards the clamor of death. Looking down at her sword, she saw that it was bloodied and that the warrior of Glorantha clan lay dead at her feet. This clan was your ally. A life claimed she is able to find and step into a timeless time. She perceives the cosmic mountain on which stands the primal war god Kagan. How does Karina petition the battle god for the right to be trained? Okay, we did want to ask him, right? I was expecting 100 fights. I fight selflessly, I uphold tradition, I fight with certitude, I fight without fear, don't ask permission, fight. Gray says just fight. I don't know, in the story they asked to fight. They didn't just start fighting. Owen votes for number 3, certitude. Urox just fights because he said urg. I mean, that is true. Certitude means what? It just means to be certain. He was filled with certitude. Not a word we would usually use. That's kind of an awkward one. All right. I think fear was never mentioned in the story. Certitude happened after the meditation. All right. People seem to like number 3. Long after Hamunk's brothers had given up, Karina fought Kagan 100 times. Okay, they could have said that. That was pretty iffy wording. At the end of this, Hamunk knew how to fight. Karina asked Kagan what more she can do now that she knows how to fight. Go to the gate of introspection, says the sentinel of the cosmic mountain. Karina encounters many false trails on the way. After finding the gate, she sits in contemplation of it for a year, which is not a mortal year, but is an instant and an eternity all at once. What lesson does she seek from meditation? I mean, we didn't really seek anything. He accepted that he should be in charge of death. Insight or no secret, I think, would be the... Gray says transformation because he became a god. Okay, actually you swayed me on that one. That's true, because he became a god before most of them did. But did he seek that? All right, I'm in. This choice swept through the entire clan, showing us a new way that we would have to embrace. That was not it. We are all us, we said. At the end of this timeless year, which aged Karina a day in reverse, she understood the truth that went beyond words. Wow, that's a mustache right there. On his way back from the gate, Hamunk encounters Ermal the trickster, who had discovered death in the form of a sword. The gods' war swirled in twists, overlapping but contradictory versions of the same event beckoned for Karina's attention. Which incompatible truth does she move towards? I don't think we're going to try to change this. So Ermal slays grandfather immortal. Actually, no, wasn't it technically Hamunk who slayed him? Because he took the sword, but the sword was still swinging? Oh, I guess the sword slayed him. Actually, now that I say that. Ermal killed him. They said that Hamunk took the sword, but the sword was still swinging and hit grandfather. I'm going 3. Hamunk took the sword from Ermal, but it still killed grandfather immortal. She had found a strange and distant truth. Back in Barenstad, Hanth felt the power of understanding as a buzzing in his veins. The power of death settled into Karina. We would have good luck until next time we raided. So it's about interpretation. Yeah, remember, time is a mere suggestion, which means that nothing happened in the past because it could happen in the future differently. Got it? Simple as that. Karina remains behind as her monk heads home with the sword. She knows that Orlanth will soon take the sword and use it to kill the sun. In her monk's next action, he severs his tie with Orlanth's tribe. If Karina joins this incident, the cohesion and harmony of your clan will suffer, but you would gain considerable magic. I mean, our mood is already at the bottom. Can it even go any worse? Do we just eat it and go for some magic? Or do we just skip that part? I kind of feel like I want the magic, if I'm being honest. Maybe we can unkill the sun? Maybe we can never not kill the sun. You're onto something, Gray. Owen says feel like 2. Okay, so not take the magic. We're at 0 magic right now. Remember that time we got 5 magic and how much of a boon that was? Killing the narration of the story. Whatever the story ends up as is always the truth. Well, unless you fail. All right. We're treading water. Let's gamble for an advantage. True. All right. We're gonna break. We're gonna break up. Her monk's act of severance +6 magic, by the way, for only -1 mood. Her monk's act of severance reverberated through the story wall, sowing disunity in Berenstead. Brothers quarreled and people doubted their leader. Devotees of our slain royal god lost their already waning connection to his memory. Followers of Death Rune, on the other hand, grew in might. Magic surged through our ritual grounds and was swept up by our tail keepers. Karina, who is now one with her monk, holds a broken sword. Orlanth broke it to bits by striking against the sun. Dang it. Okay, well, we can't change that. Her monk gathers up the shattered pieces. He finds some in possession of a coalescing darkness spirit named Zorak Zoran. Karina knows this is the troll death god. In the process of becoming, though not yet wreathed in flames, Zorak Zoran already wields a big shard of the sword. Every inch of him screams danger. Ask for the sword piece back, attack immediately, issue an honorable challenge, flee this episode whose outcome inevitably favors Zorak. Or Zorak Zoran. Huh. Okay, in previous games, there have been times where we've traded with trolls, but they were not leaders or followers of the Death God. I feel like an honorable challenge might work. You know, Death God to Death God. Her monk fought the sun 100 times? No, he fought Mountain God 100 times. All right, fight me one-on-one. Many things can go wrong. Karina might have made a small error or simply unable to act as her monk. The damage in the God War makes rituals uncertain. One wrong step doesn't spell doom. The troll god laughed and threw darkness in her monk's eyes. Your obsession with honor will be the death of you yet, brother. The darkness spirit lunged at Karina, seizing the advantage of surprise. Karina fought off the darkness spirit, gathering more pieces of the sword. You win this one, brothers, said the troll god. Our god doctors predict good fortune against trolls for the next 4 years. I hope we didn't just become blind. Her monk draws the line between life and death with his sword, cutting a vast chasm that drops them into hell. How does Karina assist with sending the undead to hell? All right, we could shoot arrows. We could sweep aside the skeleton horde. We could take on a vampire. We could do a knot of zombies, or by welcoming death. We've seen no trolls whatsoever. No, that's not true. We heard that trolls had been fighting chaos once, but they have not bothered us. I feel like we want to 1v1 a vampire. We've killed a vampire before. Nothing in the story was about arrows or skeletons, really. I feel like that's the biggest one. Not 3, really? I don't know, man. I feel like we have experience. We're an experienced vampire hunter. I mean, zombies and skeletons is whatever. Arrows is whatever. We could welcome death, but that really wasn't part of the story. What's our combat score? We are heroic. And we are a correct follower. I'm doing the vampire on this one. I got a good feeling about this. Karina sheared off the top of its skull. It fell into the chasm, unable to turn into smoke. Vampire chalice? Okay, that's good music. That makes me think this is good. Homonk said he could not have done better himself. Clasp my reward as tightly as you would clasp your sword, the death dealer said. In a journey both fast and slow, Karina traveled from the edge of Homonk's chasm back to Berenstead. Karina's actions kept the undead at bay. All right, so we have a raid luck buff. We have anti-undead. We have 5 more magic. We did lose a little bit of mood. And what was our other bonus? We had one other one. Hanth got something. Members of the Kulrandar clan arrived to demand redress for the warrior that Karina killed on the way to the Gods' War. The customary compensation for slaying, or weregild, as it's known, amounts to about 20 cows. I wish they weren't chariots. Do not pay today what you can pay tomorrow. Give them a favor. They do not venerate Homonk and may ill respond to arguments invoking rights. A favor is nearly as good and in some ways better than an immediate payment. I did as Homonk bade me. The actions of gods and men intertwine. Just pay it. I mean, if we just give them the favor, we'll have to pay it later, but I kind of agree with that. Paying it later? Who knows? Maybe they'll be dead and they'll never be able to get it. Alright, we owe you a favor. Though they did not reject our promised favor, we could tell they were not happy about it. To expect otherwise would be foolish, Retta said. It's alright. They accepted it well enough. Okay. One deed done. Second deed. We need another spirit. Explore to the mountains. I would like my shaman, please. Shaman, search for spirits. That's all I can give you. Our food situation is dire. Oh man, yes it is. Yes it is. We're being raided by the Naronani. There are 6 chariots and 112 on foot. Luckily we spotted them, thank goodness. All right, I'm gonna spend the magic because we actually have some for once. And we're just gonna drive them off. We're gonna conduct a magic ritual. What ritual will we do? We're gonna have our horses fight along with us. Our priest completed the ritual. The hooves of our horses began to spark as they pranced about, ready for battle. As we performed our ritual, so did the Naronani. Their bows took a radiant glow. As much as I'd like to do reserves, I don't want to get shot if that's what they buffed. We're gonna charge. The Naronani advanced to meet us, so they wasted their buff. But our charge still caught them unprepared. Take advantage for slaughter. Hanth and the fighters closest to him have managed to isolate a number of Naronani and have a good chance to kill them. Unfortunately, this would take Hanth away from the main battle. Attack them. The Naronani cried out for mercy, but Hanth cut them down. Okay, so we outnumber them decently. Let's fight cleverly. They attempted to fight cleverly, but we were more clever. We gained the upper hand. Karina said that nothing was certain, but our combat ability was better than theirs. All right, fiercely. Hanth spots a new force joining the fight, reinforcing the Naronani. They wear the signets of the Starshines, known to prefer the Naronani to your clan. Command our bows to concentrate fire on the new arrivals. Our bows did not deter them. We will conserve our strength. We push forward as they try to conserve their strength. We will fight cleverly. They tried to press the attack, but we made sure to shift to ground poorly suited for their chariots. Our choice of tactics helped end things. Excellent. God, we were actually winning some fights. The cheese spirit thinks we're friends with the lion. We do need that cheese spirit. You're not lying. Okay, blah, blah, blah. Heristus, who we adopted after the demise of Arrowstone clan, distinguished himself in fighting. Do we actually have a character for him? Heristus, let's check that. We had no elites killed, at least. Okay, Heristad, do we have him? I'm just curious if that's an actual character in here. No, not yet, at least. We must pick a chief. I mean, I agree, but I'm very worried about putting anyone in charge until we have our boyo, because I'm worried that they're going to be like, actually, I think I should be in charge. I feel like that's super dangerous. All right, let's do another map. Let's do another spirit attempt. It was up here that no, it was over here that we found cheese spirit, right? What if we sent another person that knows magic? Here's our other shaman. And we'll have him search for spirits too. So we're not putting all of our eggs in one basket, basically. A delegation arrives from the Beren clan to ask you as a Baron for a favor. On behalf of their chieftain, regalia, they say, we ask for 20 cows. In other words, the customary amounts. Okay, so they want to give us a favor for some cows. It's terrible timing, but I'm gonna give them what they asked for. Our number one skill is suffering. They thanked us and departed. And apparently being in a bad mood. I sent the wrong guy? If I did, it's too late. Nothing for it. Still no trickster? Yeah, still no trickster. Later, what if we use that to ask for cows? I mean, that would be pretty ideal, actually. Okay, we can start a venture. Let's guard the herds. It'll keep them safe. And we actually... Oh, must have more than 10 swords. All right, then we'll just do the herding. 16 more. Okay, we basically recouped what we just lost. We haven't had a chief for some time. I think Delmara would be a good candidate. She's already filled in a few times when we had to deal with outsiders. Okay, I'm going to have to put a temporary chief in here. We're just going to keep getting bad events. They want Delmara. Who is that? Oh, our trader. Okay, you know what? Actually, she's been pretty low-key. All right, don't make me regret this. I'm gonna do it. And then we have one empty slot. Maybe we do Colville so that we can do an extra bit of food magic next year. And then we'll just take her right back off. Dude, I am trying. I feel like this is horrifically balanced. While searching for Imethor Mountains for spirits, Dresta finds the Wailing Wind spirit. It howls and attacks and clearly would not be a trustworthy ally, but it may be possible to force it to give us some of our power. All right, well, I guess we're gonna fight it. Dresta was stronger and forced the Wailing Wind to give us some magic. Okay, well, we failed at getting one. We've been growing rye. We need to convert some of our pasture to cropland. I don't have the venture, man. Your shamans inform you of an auspicious moment. The spirits who attend you in Berenstad, moved by your travails, offer to grant succor in responding more favorably in future negotiations. However, you must earn this boon in a manner you find appropriate. Goods. Invite them to a feast or a song. I wish my shaman was here. What do spirits want? A feast or a song? Share our lore. Anything but a feast which we can't afford. Challenge them to a rap battle? I'm in. Alright, we'll give you a song. Plus mood. We sang them songs from both our writers and ram sides. They expressed their delight. Some of your songs are thrilling, others sad. The spirits said their special favor would last for a glimmer glad. They do not comprehend time as we do, but a Millerath thought this meant 5 years. They brightened our mood considerably. Better than nothing. Okay, let's hope our reserve guy worked. If we were gonna try again... How did I choose the wrong dude? That was supposed to be him. I'm gonna do it. I'm sending another one. Dara Happen refugees we adopted have shown us solar rites our writer ancestors had to abandon. Those will grant us good fortune during fire season. Our search for spirits had to return. The air outside the fort was so thin and cold we couldn't breathe. Man, we're gonna fail that, and not because I didn't try. Our hopes are on random dude I accidentally sent. Late dark season. No more events. We have some goods. Alright, let's try to get Rudel up and running. Now, I did do a bunch of rituals, so this should work. Thank you. Once more, a doorway leading to the other side has been reported, this time to the northwest. Explore since 2 separate runic resonances, hinting at the nature of the gods we might find within. The Cow rune and the Earth and Death runes. We might have as long as 7 seasons to send a mission. Okay, we don't have a cow goddess. We do have Ernalda, and we do have Hermonct. Cow rune might give us cows, well, but we don't have a worshipper. I think that one of these might be able to give us a regalia. I honestly think so. I think we're leaning on Karina again. Dresta's spirit hunting party came back from the Ithmar Mountains. Goods and food! Hanth reports that the Vestantes, people you adopted, helped spur a burst of beneficial activity. They remember farming and crafting methods your people had forgotten and taught them to others. Eager to fit in with the new kinfolk, they have been surprisingly ease adopted the Barath Telly customs and language. All right. People worry when feasts are too lavish. Our past decisions showed people to heed their fears. There is always room in Berenstad for those willing to join us. Taking risks pays off. Chaos lurks in every pot. The undead are coming. When we took in newcomers, some said they would eat all our food. Now there's more for all. I feel like it's 1 or 2. Hear me out. Yeah, our food sucks. Our food always sucks. But today it doesn't. Maybe we do a feast. We've never had a feast. Literally, Dorsey has lived her entire 26 years and never had a feast. What if we did 1? And we've had a couple plus moods. Maybe we could get out of being in a bad mood, which would help us not have as many bad events. On the other hand, well, you know what? Screw it. We feast. Neither too much nor too little. We'll take the middle route here. Plus mood minus food. People toasted the adoptees late into the night. The newcomers kept shouting, "Oh, I love this clan." You sure do. All right, well, we're right back where we started with food. But you know what? That's gonna bite us like our big bites of food we just ate. Okay, where are we at? We're above 300 people again. We used to have 400 people, just for the record. A long time ago. More spirits, solar blessing. I think I'm gonna make another attempt. Whoops. Another attempt to do another spirit run. I really don't want to fail that, and not because of my own fault. Do it. Give it a try. We're back from searching Urga. We were unable to find a salmon. We were able to find a salmon spirit. The shaman says it improves the quality of advice. Gardrostran, who are you? Magic is renowned. I mean, good on you, man. You did something. That sounds fishy. Salmon is delicious. Okay. Okay, well, our redundancy is redundant, but we succeeded. What are we up to? Oh, we are over time. Okay, I'll tell you what. I'm gonna leave you guys in suspense. We will ride to the other side again next time. I think we're gonna send Karina, because death is our forte, apparently. Not as good as cheese, but it will do. No, I'll say this, Ryan. I'm having a great time, but man, my voice is suffering. More than anything else I've done, this is literally 3 hours straight of reading out loud. If you've never tried that, try that and see what it does to your voice. I will check one thing though. We don't have another venture, and we do have convert bastards. Don't let me forget this next time. We have to do this venture as soon as possible. All right, well, like I said, I'm having a great time. I really wish my voice was holding out, but yeah, it's not. So I'm not going to try to push it for a long one. If you are enjoying this, which it seems like people are, don't forget to leave a like on that. That really does help me a lot. When I play niche games, it relies on the algorithm figuring out what you guys like and suggesting it to other people like you. That's how we build up that diverse Solarium Infernium, Six Ages, Dominions, Stellaris, the gotcha games that nobody watches me play. That's how we build the channel up. So that really does help me a ton if you do nothing else. If you're new around here, I hope I've earned your subscription. As I previously mentioned, I play all different kinds of things. We kind of rotate around and get different flavors. So if one thing's not to your flavor, it'll come back around. So I'd love to have you back here. If you want to support the channel, you can always leave a super chat like Blasterbot, become a member like some of those gifted memberships from Blasterbot, or check out the Patreon linked in the channel info. I also have a Discord you're welcome to join. If YouTube does not give you the alert that I'm going live, I always do an @everyone in my announcement channel about 15 minutes before I go live, and you'll know when I'm going up there. If you want to join that and hang out and you don't want to get annoyed by Discord sounds, you can always mute that channel and then you'll never hear it. I only do announcements in that channel. All right, guys, don't forget to sacrifice a few cows. Maybe the builders will come back on Wednesday with some better luck. I will see you there. Babel and the clan out.